Woods.
Mason.
Farah.
Russell Adler.
Captain Price, going dark.
Everybody ready?
I just got Call of Duty.
Good start, Dad. Hell yeah! You got it.
Well, it's not over yet. Trust me.
Go, go, go! Stop the train!
Give us the fire. We'll give them hell.
Oh my god! Oh my god, that was sick! Oh my god!
As the iconic Captain Price
О,
said,
спасибо, брат мой.
it's a good time to take inventory. This month we are celebrating 20 years of Call of Duty. With
Спасибо, родной.
played and missions completed, our history is made up of the incredible experiences created by you, the players. On behalf of all of us who work to bring these games to life each day, thank you for sharing this journey with us. We have some amazing in-game rewards we will be announcing later in the show, but for now, we wanted to take
Ранкет убрали, брат.
you are the reason for the success of these games, and from all of the teams across the world, we're grateful and humbled at your ongoing support, enthusiasm, and dedication to all things COD.
Ну, рад, я рад, брат, что убрали. Я рад. Я так рад, брат. Не знаю, брат. Может, завтра вернут.
So we brought 250 creators from around the world to drop in live here at Call of Duty next.
Ну вот, сегодня новый Warzone покажет, брат, новую карту. Мультиплеере, все покажут они. Посмотрим. Верданская. А, не, это мультиплеерный карт. Фавелла. Раш. Понял, брат. Invention. Карта называется, вот эта карта. Overground, вот эта карта. Это все терминал. Все старые карты. MW2 2009 года. Арьер. Не, брат, это старая карта, ностальгия, братан. Это все старые карты. Раз. Все мультиплеерные карты, это, брат. Ух, джеллер. А вот я играл, брат. 2009 года играю, брат.
for you with gameplay and game details for Modern Warfare
О,
3, Call of
Анджелина Джоли, блядь.
Call of Duty Warzone.
О, вот они зашли, им, бля, кайфово, им нахуй, сука.
Ready to dive into these games.
Я тоже хочу
We're so
туда
excited to be
попасть,
here
бля.
with you today to unveil the future of Call of Duty. I'm Golden Boy, your host for today, alongside the one and only Stephanie Snowden. You may know her as the Studio Communications Director, and we are thrilled to go into what's going to be up to the 20th.
Я и так Assassin's Creed хотел играть, ну посмотреть там, они Warzone, что написали, что Warzone 3 покажет новую карту на конце. Можно докачать, бля. Да? Да, установить. Пока установим, бля. 38 гигабайт. Если лагать будет, говорите стрим, братва.
Yeah, that's right. We also have some awesome viewership rewards as well for people to watch at home. Isn't that right, Steph?
It's true. Make sure you're dialed in on the broadcast here at COD Next because you will have a chance to unlock in-game rewards for Modern Warfare 3 just for watching this stream.
Вот, тут, братва, можете этот выиграть. Скин, амулет, карта. Вот здесь заходите, вот здесь дропы есть. Да посмотрим, что за дропы. Вот дропы. 20 минут, 1 час, 30 минут скини дают, братва, если что. Заходите. Посмотрите. Я все, одного я уже вот забрал, вот это забрал я уже.
Talk about your game.
Same.
Where do we even start? You know, I have an idea, but
Yeah, we have a run-up show. We have a direction that we're going to go in.
Вот.
But
Новые карты, честно, 6, геймплей, features, movement. Movement, вот, select говорят, что select cancel вернут. Посмотрим.
And have everybody playing beta tomorrow. It's going to be great.
Jump right into beta tomorrow, folks. We'll be talking about that more later to remind you. But we're going to get straight into gameplay for the folks behind us. But before we do, Greg, can you give us
Вот это чувачком вообще кайфово, блядь.
In the multiplayer experience for Modern Warfare 3?
We have one of the greatest sets of launch maps ever coming to the game, and we've taken these maps and we've really revitalized them and modernized them with the latest in visuals, audio, effects, as well as gameplay coming to bat on those. And it's just fantastic to have them. We also have a ton of new mechanics coming into the game.
Бля, я тоже хочу туда, братва, бля.
In the moment, in that combat, and we have one of
Там эта девочка сидит, блядь, пабгер, блин.
ever in Modern Warfare in multiplayer.
Yeah, with carry forward from Modern Warfare 2, of course, you're going to be taking your inventories with you.
That's huge.
Be reminding people throughout the day. But with that largest weapon slate coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3, very exciting stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing as soon as our gamers all just decided to like load up and get into the action. It's going to be really pumped. We're going to be all really pumped to just see it because I had a chance to play it. And I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. So, I mean, credit to you guys for making something that is not just fun, but also brings back a very familiar feeling for old heads like myself that just, you know, like me some good old-fashioned boots on ground COD. You know?
Thank you. That is awesome. We play it every day, and like every day I come in, I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to get in there and just, you know, grind away.
Он говорит, что каждый день придет домой, играет игру.
Is definitely that. It's the next chapter. We're progressing things. And one of the things you mentioned that I think we'll be talking a lot about today is this player freedom in a lot of different ways. Adam, what can we expect to see down there when the gameplay starts?
I think we've already heard some great positive feedback from the people that really know this game and
Что за наушники у них, а?
every day. So I think once the gameplay kicks off and everybody is able to get their hands on it in the beta starting tomorrow, we're really going to see, you know, continued positive sentiment around the feel of Modern Warfare 3.
Well, you know what? I think the time for
Пацаки ждут.
and it brings me great joy to say let the games begin, and let's check out Modern Warfare.
О, пошли. Давай, давай, давай, давай. О, вот, уже играет. О, скрэпьярд. Вот эта карта называется. Скрэпьярд. А почему у него вот блики, блин? Бля, мои любимые карты, блядь. Что за лаги у них, блин?
There's so much to talk about, but let's start small for today. We're going to be playing 5 maps here, and those are
5 карту буду играть они.
66 maps that are in beta. Greg, you want to take us through?
Почему они лагают, блядь?
Yeah, of course. Well, right now we're watching a little
И
bit of
пес лагает.
and that is, you know, a great map to have in the back. We have
У всех лагает, блядь.
and again, Rust is, there's so much happening in these maps.
Ой, бля.
You know, Adam, what else are we going to have in the beta?
Well,
We
so
have so many-
Favela.
As Stephanie mentioned, today we're playing 5 of the
Favela, вот эта карта называется.
that we're launching on day 1 with Modern Warfare 3. So we're talking Favela, Estate, Rust, Skid Row,
Ай, мои карты, бля.
all of which are stone cold classics that, you know, we've modernized to
Ранет.
accommodate the Modern Warfare 3 updated player mechanics and movement and gameplay and weapon feel. So really excited to get a little taste of what's going to be in the beta, and then you know, give players some excitement around what's launching on day 1.
It's really fun for me, as I had mentioned previously, you know, having played and competed way back in the day in Modern Warfare 2 and stuff, and seeing these maps return again, because, like, you know, I look at Favela and I remember a long time ago, and Clayster eliminated me from a Game Battles tournament and absolutely bopped me in the middle, you know, in front of all my friends. He doesn't remember it, but I remember it for the rest of my life.
That's all that matters.
Favela holds a special place in my heart, for sure.
I think the coolest thing for me is dropping into a brand new set of maps, but having enough familiarity. I know right where I am, right? But a lot of what we've done and what we're going to see today are these great sledgehammer touches that you guys have brought to these maps, made modern for Modern Warfare 3.
That's right. We've stayed true to the original level design and layout of the original maps. So if you remember some sweet spots, some lines of sight from the originals, those are still going to be there. But we've also made some adjustments to just make them feel better for Modern Warfare 3's player movement and weapon feel. And we feel like it's a really
Вот эта карта тоже, блядь.
between the two.
Here's my
Название забил.
agreed. I would like to talk to you about this. Fellow high-rise stands, where are you at? I know you're back here.
Ага, eski kartalarımız chat'te bu siz.
You know, the original maps and how to get back into it.
Oh yeah, well there was only one way to try and take over
Ranet.
Bonsai and S&D. You had to hit the little catwalk on the opening of the map. Come on, guys.
Everybody yesterday, I saw all the creators at the red carpet event. They're all like, I'm sniping off the map. I'm sniping off the ladder on high res. Watch me. I'm a 360 off it. I'm like, oh, here we go. We're already there.
It was so important to us to keep all of those opening moves that you remember from back in the day.
Hamma eski kartalarımız.
But also have this modernization of the movement, how we're able to work with the high mantles in the game now. So all of this stuff that we're watching in high res, you can now go over a lot of this with mantles, and you can go over, like, you can use your slide canceling, you could do all of that.
Well, I was going to ask about that. Did that create a layer of, you know, maybe some complexity with the slide canceling and stuff like that, like trying to ensure that the maps don't get just completely, like, turned upside down on its head?
It does, and one of the things about these maps is these maps were made 14 years ago, like, and to have that, like, we had to make them ready to go for 2023, right? We've added that modernization to them, to what gamers expect, to what our Call of Duty fans.
Şu an diyor adamı koruma cinni.
It is, and you have to bring everything up to the standard of today. And when we've gone through and we've maintained a lot of that within these maps, and there's a few places where we've had to make exceptions for that, but for the most part, like, you can go in those lines of sights that
Svegan Borgen.
and you're going to have fun. You're going to be able to do those opening moves, those opening snipe shots, especially in high rise, just off the bat.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And keeping that conversation going, what are the maps like? Because I know that there's going to be more down the line.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Let's talk about the launch maps. Yeah.
So in addition to these ones that we're playing today, day 1 on launch, we're going to get the rest of the 16 OGs from 2009. So we're talking Karachi, Invasion, Afghan,
Oh.
you know, sub-base, rundown. Yeah, like it's all there and on and on.
Oh, we got the scrap.
Yeah, so we're super excited to be bringing those. And in addition to those OGs, we have some new ground war maps that we're launching too. So We have 3 ground war maps.
Overground.
New.
Invasion.
You know, the traditional like 32v32 vehicle gameplay. Yeah, so that's going to be an awesome, you know, alternative for people if they want to take a break from 6v6 or just mash it up.
Like, want to get bigger, but you don't necessarily want to dive fully into Warzone. You have ground war. That is so, for people like me who like, you know, big, crazy, like huge battles, like this is so exciting.
Yeah.
Ground War is a great mode for that. And aside from Ground War, I'm excited to say that there is another mode coming back that many of us know and love originally from Call of Duty World War II, and that is War Mode.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, we are super. I mean, War Mode holds a special place in my heart too.
Yeah.
From 2017. It's a brand new map that's launching on day 1 as well. It's got the attacker defender gameplay that we remember from the mode, the linear objectives, the buildables, the scripted events. It's really exciting to see that be part of our day 1 launch slate as well.
Awesome. So we've got Ground War, we've got Core 6v6, we've got
Böyle hala kural bu.
and a little something we're going to get to later in the show, a brand new mode coming to multiplayer that will be available at launch and also playable in the beta. Very
That's right. Yeah.
Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's really so cool to see a lot of these players get back to the roots, you know, because you can even see it. Like, something I always enjoyed about a lot of these like big reveal events, right, is everyone loads in, they're
Oh, Rastu.
for the first time, they're seeing them with fresh eyes. But here, that's not the case. We got a lot of familiarity here, and now the fresh eyes are going to be like, what did they add? What did they contribute to like make this into their own vision of a map? But I do appreciate as a competitive guy that you guys really focused on keeping the core of the maps. You know,
we love these maps. Like these are, we've adopted these maps internally at Sledgehammer. We treat them as our own. And we've gone through every nook and cranny, understanding them, understanding where all of the Easter eggs are, where all the line sites are. We have tons and tons of PowerPoints about it that just allow us to go through and really understand like what makes these maps work. And then what we've done is we've taken that nostalgia and we've also added that modernization of spice on top of it, that when you're playing these, when you're coming back to them, it is familiar, but also new at the same time, where you're now able to mantle over things that you were never able to get to. You're able to get up on top of things. Right here, we're watching.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. There it is.
I live here.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah. And to Greg's point too, when these maps first came out in 2009, Hardpoint did not exist.
Yeah.
Kill Confirm did not exist. So those are brand new modes for these maps that were never experienced.
Well, I'm interested to see how those modes potentially like elevate some of these maps that maybe were, you know, less played like competitively or even casually back in the day.
Whole new experience.
Whole new experience.
Yeah.
Whole new experience. You have some of those maps, those larger maps in, you know, Modern Warfare 209, like Derail and Underpass. And those play fantastic when you get into 10v10 or 12v12. We've had those modes are coming. They're going to come out after launch. And it's just fabulous to be able to play them on there. We also have control for those you know, CDL players out there.
CDL folks, yes.
And it's going to be amazing to watch the competitive community go to town on these maps and really, you know, play them and understand what's happening.
Well, we're watching some great kill confirmed action here. We've been
Gözle oynayı tabii.
you know, find me in that sniper lane. That's all I got to say on High Rise. I will be there. I will be waiting for you in the beta tomorrow.
This is so great.
ADS ready.
I know we've been talking a lot about the 20-year anniversary of Call of Duty, but like, what better way to celebrate that than like, you know, dropping all of these 16 day 1. You know,
We're looking at High Rise in 2023, and it's so cool. I'm just going to take a moment to appreciate that. Like, you know, it's not every day that you get to not just go back and like relive things that you enjoyed so much growing up, but then also to there are some streamers here who are younger than Call of Duty's launch, you know, 20 years ago. So they're going to get to experience this really with a fresh coat of paint for the first time ever. That has to feel quite liberating for you guys, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think really these maps hold up for, you know, old school veterans as well as like people who are brand new to Call of Duty. If this is your first game playing Call of Duty, you're obviously
never been a better time to jump in. Yeah, I mean you're absorbing so much of COD's history.
لا كان تكون زوزة orta.
To celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty and with these iconic maps returning in an all new way. And we're going to talk about all those new ways as part of the, you know, the innovations that you guys have brought to gameplay in just a second. But we want to remind the audience out there that while you're watching gameplay today, you will get to play it starting tomorrow. Take a look here at the beta schedule. For players who pre-order on PlayStation, starting tomorrow, and next week for players who order on Xbox and PC. The maps, modes, weapons you're seeing here today, those are in beta, and so are 2 new ground war maps and in-game rewards for playing. So anyway, take a look, take notes here with the pros playing, tune into the stream, get some hot tips before you drop into your first match tomorrow.
That's right. It's going to be quite exciting to see, you know, everyone across like all the different platforms just like going live, playing COD, like, and then again loading up.
Juggernaut vågen då.
Still just blows my mind. I genuinely am so excited about this. But you know, there are a lot of like maps that returning fans like myself definitely will enjoy. But you know, I love some new. You know, is there anything that we should be expecting, you know, like post-launch as far as like maps go?
Oh, definitely. I am very, very excited to tell you both today that starting Season 1, we have a bunch of new maps coming. So Season 1, we're dropping 3, Season 2, dropping 3 more new ones. So over the course of our entire live season, there will be
Byle Juggernaut walkthrough.
coming to Modern Warfare 3.
Awesome.
So
launching with 16, 12 down the road, that is a big map pool to choose from.
And these are all different sizes of maps, different locales, for all different play styles. You know, you might see 1 or 2 fan favorites come back as well over the course of live season, but we have a bunch of new maps coming that we're really excited about.
And those are 6v6
Yep,
competitive
6v6
maps that players can play. There are other maps in there as well that we'll talk about once we get into the live season, but 6v6
ano karta yun?
Stay tuned.
right off the bat.
Brand
And
new.
guess what? With all of those maps, it's back. You know what you can do with them? You can vote. We're going to see it in a lobby soon, but map voting is back, folks.
Yeah, that's huge.
Get excited. I mean, the community has been thrilled.
Barre.
I can't wait to see it in action here today. I'll be taking notes on which ones we know are the ringers of the group. I think we have a good feeling.
Somebody voted for Estate, it looks like. Here we're looking at Estate.
Oh,
right
nice,
now.
yeah.
Somebody voted for that. Yeah, that's a good one for snipers.
I like Estate.
Yep.
I think we have an idea of where the maps are going to land in the voting, but when you account for the new modes, the modes that you were never playing in there before, when you get into hardpoint and you need that space to have that rotation, it'll be interesting to see what ones are popping up.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I want to jump into a private match lobby with my friends and run around and see where the hard points are on you know, these like on Derailed or something like that. Because Skid Row, like I was actually talking with Nameless in the back about this. It's like these maps now, like you have maps like Skid Row that can actually like be potentially viable, like competitively, which is quite exciting. It just changes the entire like feel of the offering, which, you know, we didn't have back then.
We've honestly already been talking to CDL a little bit about some of their favorites, about what they might want to play, and it's great to get their feedback early on to see how the competitive...
All right, we're looking at Lupo, my guy Lupo. He is in his loadout editor. We can get a good look here. He's got the lightweight boots. And Kim, I would love to take us through what we're seeing here and how loadout select has changed and what players can expect.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here, so someone is looking at our boots category. This is actually one of our new categories for perks. So we've split up the perks into 3 different categories. We have boots, gloves, and gear. And you're going to see some fan favorites come back. We've remixed some of the perks and we've brought some new ones into the fray. Now they're all also represented with physical gear items. So everything that you see there has some contextualization for players. So it's not just a list of you're getting these
Tezlashtiradi menimcha aslida.
Weapon handling bump because
Hozir MW3 o'ynashyapti. Warzone 3 ham bo'ladi deyapti.
Context for players to understand what they're bringing in for perks.
Yeah, it's different, it's logical, but you're
Warzone 3 ham bo'ladi, ko'rsatadi deyapti. Endi bilmam.
Call of Duty fans will be familiar with them, but presented in an all new way.
Hozir multiplayer o'ynashyapti.
Excited about to see here with players getting into that loadout edit, kind of customizing these builds out for their play styles.
I think for me, it's all of the movement aspects of it, right? So we have so many things that are on there on perks that are around. We have one that allows you to slide further.
The knee pads.
Yeah, the knee pad.
Greg, I've been using the I've been using the tack pads.
And then we have the lightweight boots. We have the canvas sneakers. I also hear those are your favorite.
I'm sneaky. I'm trying to move. I need all the help I can get.
So, and those are just going to cancel out your noise when you're moving around. They're going to eliminate footsteps.
The true silent movement is back. Yep.
Can confirmed. Have used it. Heard nothing. So it is very silent.
Success. It was only footsteps.
Oh Oh yeah, no, I could. Well, yeah. Well, also, you know, I mean, I can't hear it anymore either. Old age, anyway. No.
He keeps making these old jokes. I don't know what's happening.
But hey, I guess when you're talking about Call of Duty having been around for so long, it's just amazing how we've all just grown up.
Ben İngilizce ham bilmayman, cigarim.
Seeing these things that happened back then, you know, the way the game was made, and you're
İngilizce ham bilmayman.
kind of also again keeping it very familiar, but also keeping it very fresh. Something that really stuck out to me, Kim, is that you guys bringing back that classic radar, right? You know, you got your mini map with red dots on there.
Yeah.
I love it. And I'm glad that came back in.
Yeah, we are too. I mean, so any unsuppressed weapon fire will show up as a red dot on the mini map, and we think it's really just a core intel piece for our player base for Modern Warfare 3. We really want to make sure that people know where the firefights are happening, really understand, and as we mentioned earlier about just knowing the maps and being very familiar and nostalgic with those things, like you can see the red dots on the mini maps and you can understand, I know the map already potentially coming in, I know how I'm going to flank, I know where we're going to go, you can strategize more with your teammates, so, we really just felt that bringing back the classic was absolutely the way to go.
It's classic gameplay return to
18 plus qilish qo'yish
to your point on these maps. It makes
Twitch'dan ko'ring.
especially with the familiarity, and even for new players, you're going to figure these maps out quickly. But it's it feels right. It feels great. I've really loved seeing it. You have a direct way to engage.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to hear you guys talk about that. And that's not the only piece of classic gameplay that you'll see returning in Modern Warfare 3.
Oh. Tell me more.
Tell me more. We've talked about a little bit of movement, but I'd like to get into some of the nitty-gritty. Slide, animation, cancel.
İngilizce gapirgingizni bilaman İngilizchani.
Yeah, so we felt really strongly.
Pulova sen 30%, 20% bilaman.
And in both of those things, really the core was.
Men gapiradigan gaplarni yosh bola ham biladi.
Like they had a lot of options, so we know that when you commit to doing a slide, you're stuck on a pretty linear trajectory. We know that when you're doing a reload, some of those weapons have really long reloads. It's a real big commitment. So even after doing that, we wanted to make sure that players had the choice to cancel out of that, because we know things change moment to moment and so quickly in these battles. And it felt right, and we're just so happy that we have it back in. And we know that I think we
Gameplay yoqdi menga.
happy these things are back in.
Awesome. We're going to see it a lot here today. I'm sure we have our movement kings and queens.
Yangi Warzone ham ko'rsatadi, Call of Duty Mobile haqida ko'rsatadi,
Time to kill.
Warzone Mobile haqida ko'rsatadi.
Always a hot topic.
Bu bittada chiqadi-yu.
With our community, it's complex. It has a lot of different moving pieces when we talk about it. Can you give us details on what to expect in terms of time to kill for Modern Warfare 3?
Yes, I can. I can give you the exact
Yes, you
details.
can.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Only the exact details.
Only the exact details. So rather than 100 health, we have 150 health across all of our players.
So that's got parity with Warzone.
So that is parity with Warzone, what's currently live in Warzone.
Yep.
And it'll also carry over into Modern Warfare 3 Season 1 as well. And what we've also done with that time to kill, so what you're going to notice is it's much more consistent across the board. So we've eliminated some of these spikes that we've had in the past, because our modifiers, so we have modifiers on when you get a headshot, it does more damage. When you do a limb shot, it does less damage. So we've kind of normalized those and closed the gap between them. And what that allows for you as a player is you're able to really have this experience where it's consistent. So when you're putting bullets on target, it is now like you get that feeling, you get that rhythm back into your gameplay. And you're able to go from combat to combat and start to feel that pace.
Mobile'lar menga qaradi, qizig'i qolmadi. 5-5 bor. Ha.
Fantastic. Team's done a great job with them.
O'zi Warzone Mobile haqida ham ko'rsatar ekan. Ko'rsatib o'tishar ekan.
You're also notice that headshot hit marker.
1,5 soatlik soat bo'lar ekan.
Extra damage is going to come into play, and it's normalized across the board. So it is a little longer. You could respond to getting shot. Like as soon as you start to see your screen, you can pull away, you can get into cover, and really take that engagement in the way that you want to take that engagement.
Yeah, I think with those visual identifiers and with the audio cues, kind of taking that step forward a little bit, you certainly feels like you have a bit more time to evade, definitely.
Yes. Yeah.
You have more survivability, you have more options with the freedom of movement
Yes, it certainly
to get out of combat. And that includes a new thing that I would like to talk about called tax stance.
Yes, tax
Katta bala bo'libsizda aslidan.
addition to
Katta bala bo'libsiz.
as well as what you're doing with
Bu qani kampir xola ham o'ynab o'tiribdi. Voy jalla. Voy jalla. La 60 ga kirgan xola o'ynab o'tiribdi. Hoyli.
We just saw the UI pop up on
sweet,
the
there it
screen.
is.
So
Tax stamps right there.
it's gonna appear as down on the D-pad for those of
And
you
for any
watching
like
gameplay.
sweats out there, I think it's important to note this is kind of it takes like an assault rifle and turns it into almost like a little bit of a sub, where you can kind of like push corners a little bit more aggressively with it.
It's great for a CQB.
Yeah. So it feels like you're getting the best of both worlds with it, while also still obviously you're not going to get the full benefits of using an SMG.
And so those LMGs, like being able to take those longer range, when we talked earlier about derail or
PUBG Mobile'ni ham o'ynadimi 60-70 ga kirgan odamlar?
So being able to take that in and then going to canted, going to tack stance, inside, indoors, going in those warehouses is a fabulous mechanic to have.
We just saw it here. We're seeing some clips of it. Yep.
Yeah, and it is very good. I haven't used it myself. I can see the application for it, and I think we're going to see some awesome outplay out
Bu o'yinni bitta narsani ko'rsataymi sizga aslidan. 75 ga kirgan xola kezga o'ynaydi. Hozir ko'rsataman qani. Qani. Jinnib qoladi hozir. Xolani o'yinini ko'rasiz. Mana 3 soat oldin o'ynabdi xola. Mana jallab ko'ring bilan. Bu qo'yni u yoshi u jallab. O'ris xola jallab. Ha, xola. Xola aytaymi nechaga kirgan? Xola qani bilan? Olga xola bilan. Ha. Xola 75 ga kirgan xola jallab. 75 ga kirgan xola bilan. Mana bilan xola bilan. O'ris xola bilan.
С дробовиком, ребятки, надо как можно
ближе
подходить.
Yuz tashladan birga bir o'ynaysiz xola bilan. Baqib qo'yasiz. Ey, qani biz kalodisi bilan. Arslan комментарий по новой Warzone жду. Warzone нет пока, брат. В конце покажет, Данил. Пока не видел, братан. Не могу что-то говорить, брат. В конце покажет новый Warzone.
Well, this has been really fun to check out, and we have plenty more to watch, without a doubt here. But we're going to take
Да, покажет.
gameplay for a brief second.
Даже пацаки будут играть. Что за лаги, бля?
We actually wanted to mention an awesome partnership between Call of Duty and the Hundreds. Now, you're taking a look here. We should be seeing in a moment at a limited edition Call of Duty Hundreds clothing line, and you have a chance.
Данил, купи мне вот эти шмотки.
50 sets. So simple. All you got to do is follow @Call of Duty on X or Twitter, and make sure you tweet or post #CodNext. And
отдачу убрали, след cancel, вернули.
one of 50 sets of the Ghost Bomb collection. So follow the channel, tweet the hashtags for a chance to win a set from this awesome lineup. And let's just go ahead and jump right back into the gameplay. And Greg, you know, we'll toss one over to you here. So for anyone who
Все старые карты вернули вот 2009 года. Старый МВ3. Второй.
Which is really, really cool, and it creates that like value for that player. Like, hey, my
Короче, сделай Warzone 1, да. Бля, у меня лагает, бля.
time here was worthwhile.
Exactly, and it is all about honoring the player investment for us. Like we call this carry forward. We talked a little bit about it before. We had some blog posts about it, but with carry forward, all of your investment into Modern Warfare 2 is coming over into Modern Warfare 3. So any weapon that you unlock is available for you day one in Modern Warfare 3. So you can go ahead and use that. Any operator that you've purchased or that you've unlocked as well. So if you got that spawn operator from Season 6.
The Season 6 Battle Pass is coming with us.
It's there. It's there at day one, and it's fantastic to have even all of those blueprints and everything coming in.
Что за лаги, бля, заебали, бля. В Ютубе смотришь, что ли, бля?
With your weapon level as
Vay
well,
canına.
available, all
And
of
your
your
camos.
attachments, your camos are there.
Camos, if you completed your mastery camos, you got your Orion. That's coming with
But
it.
don't
I love it. More to come soon. So ominous.
News at 6.
Well, speaking of weapons, though, I love the fact that we're going to get carried forward. I like the fact that, you know, there's plenty as we were seeing here. What other new weapons might we, you know, be treated to, I guess, moving forward here?
We have a bunch of new weapons coming in Modern Warfare 3. We have over 30 new weapons that you can experience, level, get new attachments for them. We have new.
Я еще не видел этот геймплей новый Warzone, брат.
All of your weapons.
Где ты увидел его?
Yeah, even the Modern Warfare 2 weapons. And
Hajjichilar ko'rsa bizlarni orzularni o'g'irlashibdi deb ziba qo'rishadi. Hajjichilar izmanchi bizdan o'g'irlagan jigarim.
It must have been a fun challenge to take those weapons from MW2 and then bring them over to MW3 and like really try.
Oh yeah, it's been a fun challenge.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's been great, and being able to have all of those weapons and being able to have your arsenal come with you is an amazing experience.
I felt like it was important to you guys to have that.
It's very important for us to honor our players and be able to, you know, take all of that. But you spent a year in this game. We need to bring that into the next game and allow you to be able to experience it and have fun and not set you back all the way. We still have, you know, 1 to 55. You're going to be able to level that again, and we have new content in there for you to experience.
All the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles is there. But being able to have those weapons, being able to make it work with all of the attachments, we're actually doing tuning on those weapons as well, so they're not going to be exactly the same. They're going to
get the balance pass.
Yeah, they're going to have the essence of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons.
Word
but they're
Baran.
going to be one-to-one. You can actually go in, and our friends at Binox have been able to put in detailed
Atak чувак
stats
топи
for us,
команде.
and it is, you're going to be able to go in and look at all of
25
those
kills though.
statistics, check out what their headshot multipliers are, check out what their, you know, limb damage is, all of that stuff in there.
And that brings up attachment tuning. Attachment tuning is coming to Modern Warfare 3.
It is. It's part of Modern Warfare 2. It's part of that carry forward.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, excellent stuff. I think we're all just happy that, you know, what I had already used is gonna come with it.
Nicki Minaj is coming with you.
Thank you so much. That was what I needed to know about. You know, not Spawn.
Mana shuni aytaman, Jezudagi bir xilla tushunmaydi dallo boshliklarda shunaqa. Qani mana endi hop deb bo'ladi endi.
In fact, right now, if you look at the screen, check that. I believe these are from the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. Can you give us some additional info?
Yeah, happy to. So what you're seeing right now are the weapon camos that are going to be in our Vault Edition. There's a blue and a red version. So there's the Crimson Fate is what we're calling one of them, and the Carbon Fate is the other. And these will be applicable on 4 different weapons if you get the Vault Edition, plus all of their attachments. And they're reactive, so the better you do in the match, the more eliminations you get in a match, the more you'll start to see that visual change on your weapon. And as you can see also, the operators have their own versions of this. These are the Nemesis skins. So there is a blue version and a red version there. The blue version goes on Price and Ghost, and the red version goes on Warden and Makarov. Those are the 4 operators that get these skins. Same reactive tech, so you're going to see a little bit of the silver, metallic, shiny looking skin come up on the hands and the torso. The better you do in the match.
I've seen a lot of Warden hype on the internet, so I think people are really excited to see her in action, and that skin in particular is awesome. But one thing about the reactive skins, to your point, these are performance driven, so that effect actually will scale back if you stop getting kills, guys.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, got to do well. You want to see the fun
Aytmoqchi Warzone 2 account Warzone 3 ga o'tadimikin? O'tadi. O'tadi jigarim, hamma narsangiz o'tadi. O'ynagan qurollaringiz va hammasi, skinlaringiz hammasi o'tadi jigarim.
And diving into it a little bit more, I understand as well that there is also a new system that you guys have on top of that with the aftermarket parts, right? Which that, if we could dive a little bit more into that, because that sounded really fascinating. They kind of like make guns play in a different way just off of one part alone.
Yeah, it is.
Yangi pulemyot 762.
LMG that has a bullpup conversion to it. So they're full conversion kits that allow these weapons to
Ranetti.
And to change up. They are meaningful, powerful changes.
And that's
everyone.
a Ranetti.
That's a Ranetti that's actually turning into an SMG with this conversion kit. It's like a 3D printed
Oh,
no secondary.
No secondary. So what you do not, like, we have a gunner vest that allows you to take a primary as a secondary. You do not need to take that if you're swapping out your Renetti for that aftermarket part to make it into an SMG.
And one of the coolest things is how you unlock these amps. So we're going to see, we call them amps. We love acronyms here, guys. So we have 2 amps that are coming to beta, I believe. But how you're going to unlock them at launch and beyond, you want to talk a little bit about those challenges?
Yeah, so in beta, they unlock a little differently than they do at launch. So at launch, they're actually, we have a new system called weekly challenges. It is pretty much exactly as it sounds. There are challenges, a group of challenges that we release weekly.
I was worried it was like bi-weekly for a moment.
Yeah. Trick question.
Yeah. Thankfully, it is every week. And then the reward for getting all of those challenges for that week is an aftermarket part. So the first 3 weeks that the game is out, we have an aftermarket part reward for those, completing those challenges. You can then take that aftermarket part into the game and use that.
I think too, again, it just, the through line with Modern Warfare 3, this is player choice, is player freedom. It's this new way to customize the experience and let the player kind of choose the way to have that, their own play style.
O'zidagi o'zimizdagi PS5 ni hali chiqmagan deb o'ylashar ekan. Ha, ular mazasi yo'q-da, jigarim.
Just more of a look and enjoy, the game as players continue to run around. Get into some more shenanigans, playing some domination here as well on a state. I've done that many times. So, this is, again, it still just baffles my mind that I'm looking at, these maps in 2023, and I'm just excited to play them. Yeah, and even the movement. I'm just excited to play them then as I am now, like that is such a wonderful feeling to have. And then also on top of that too, just to see the way that players can interact.
Shu kartalar ko'ryapsiz, aslida hammasi 2009-yilda chiqqan kartalar. Yoshligim o'tgan shu kartalarda men.
Contextualized it and made it like a physical thing.
Rosa o'ynardim.
The desire to kind of just make it a bit more grounded, or what was the I
guess eski Modern Warfare 2 ni multiplayerida kartalar.
For something quite bold.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really was a big part of the context for the players. It's not just a UI menu with choices, that were sort of ambiguous. It was a little bit, we wanted to make sure that you brought in your fighting load carrier, right? Your FLC was what we talked about, internally. Is where every piece of gear that you brought in did something. So Perks was a big part of that, and we got a chance to look at the gear items, all inspired by real-world military tech and items, and we were able to really figure out what goes with what and what are the remixes we want to make, and we think we came up with a really good and interesting field of choices in our Perks this year.
So I don't know if you guys can see it. We're taking a look around the room at the moment.
Shipmentdan bo'ladi. Keyin qo'yishadi.
Streaming tower. I'm going to call it a tower.
Pretty epic in here.
Mana mikrofonimdan ekan.
Everyone is very focused on their play. It all of a sudden oh hey, that's us. Hey. GG's. Hello. So we've got this big giant room filled with Modern Warfare 3, filled with awesome creators from all over the world, and as Ted Timmons would say, the vibes are good. We're gonna hear Ted.
I want
to point out that screen you're looking at there, that the logo, the model. And behind there are all the players that are behind that screen, which is so cool. I didn't even know there was a thing that you could do.
Aimbot, mas aimbot, aimbot chitu jigarim. Aimbot bilan aimbot adashtirmang. Aimbot chitu. Aimbot u nima? Nima deydi? Gamepadda nimasi? Funksiyasi. Amasi, endi ko'pi nimada o'ynaydi bular? Gamepadda, joystickda. Mana buni bilan misol uchun mana klaviatura mishkada o'ynayapti.
Because there's so many things that they're doing. Like earlier we were watching a circuit around the estate house, and that movement just looks so hot going through it. So being able to mantle, we have sprint when you're tack sprinting. We actually increase the mantle speed so it feels more.
Hokimiy bo'lyapti deyishindi personajlar asal.
Regenerating your
Chotki.
sprinting as well.
Bilaman.
A couple people pop off with Battle Rage. So Battle Rage is back.
Yertaman.
It's actually moved into.
O'ynayapti bo'ldi deyishindi personajni.
Very powerful. So if you take that we have an awesome vest, the engineering vest that allows you to take 2 tacticals. As maybe we didn't touch on the vest.
Actually, yeah,
Dragonov mu?
Let's talk about some of the vests.
Yeah, so the vest is a really big piece of that. Like it is our main core piece of gear.
Ular hamma qurollar test qilib ko'ryapti-da, birinchilikni. U bilanim, au.
Everything.
Nima uchun bordi hozir?
Contextualizing what you're actually putting into the game. So it's
Zakaz qildingiz olti deyishinde yo'q.
tacticals, what tacticals
Ketaman, nima ukam. Vaqtim bo'lmaydi buni o'ynagandim.
you know, well, you get one
Bir manimcha men endi
glove.
ketsam
Multiple glove. But
bu bilan bahorlarda kirsam kerak u o'yinga. Ana mana balada olti deyishini skin ekan.
Tacticals that you can take.
At the
Vaqtim bo'lmaydi. Men shu noyabrda oxirlarida ketaman.
Another gear slot. And that gear slot is super important because that gear slot is where all of your intelligence perks lie. So those
Yevropaga ishlagan, Latviyaga.
sit in that slot and now you can take both of
Fura minamiz, fura bratchka.
Awesome. And if there are 4 vests to choose from at the moment, I believe.
Correct. In beta there are 4.
It's so in beta there are 4. Expect to see those tomorrow. Infantry vests, engineer vests. Seen a lot of people running infantry vests today. In fact, right here at the moment, we just got a peek at the loadout.
That is going to allow your tac sprint to
Mazzami, sizga mazzami, ha? Hokim bey, mazzami.
familiar with Call of Duty. I imagine most of our, people
Like'ni bosib qo'ying, mazzami.
that is your core loadout. So you have your, your normal 3 perks and you get your tactical, lethal, primary, secondary.
Sholarda o'ynaymiz, ukajonim 40-30 pinglarda mazza qilib, kayf qilib.
With the infantry vest baked in right away, you're getting that tac sprint refresh even faster.
Qoplab kelamizda, pullar bosaylik, moj yoqib bo'lsa qolib ketarmiz sholar.
One of the things that we've
Izzat aka ham,
the board is we've increased
Izzat aka men ham baholarga peki yig'ib olaman.
more faster 80.
Inshaalloh qaytsiz birga o'ynaymiz. Men qaytmayman jigarim.
Yeah, I do like how you guys have managed to
Men o bir 3 yil,
make it also combined with
3 yil, 4 yil yoqib bo'lsa 5 yillarda qaytsam kerak.
together and have you create like the
Vadim, здорово, брат. Как дела, брат мой, родной?
And it's really
Что там,
helped a
как
lot
там?
with how we balance the game in that.
Вот смотрим
Now what we've done
новый Call of Duty мультиплеер. Сейчас играет чуваки.
but we've also
Говорят, что покажет новый Warzone 3. Ждем в конце.
I think what you're talking about, selecting the vest, selecting the boots, there's going
Ahmet,
to come
bakın
at
bir.
a cost, and that's where the balance lies.
Yeah, and we love that we
Старые карты, если игра старый Modern Warfare 2 2009 года.
And really
Те старые карты вернули.
consequences if
16
you're
карт.
choosing wrong and learn from it and go back and make new decisions.
So I can't change those in match, correct?
You can change them.
I can't change them.
Вспоминаю, вот смотря вспоминаю детство.
Go hide somewhere.
Nostalgiya.
still have to live with the consequences of
Bolt
your actions.
Edition'da Ghost'ga o'xshagan personaj zo'r ekan, lekin ismi Warden edi.
Let's talk.
Makarov.
I haven't seen anybody get one yet.
Makarovni edi. Ha.
Pop off, but I'm wondering about kill streaks.
Да, нормально. Salim не видел. Salim не знаю, он работает вроде, брат.
Equipment selection.
Он сегодня должен выйти на работу.
My personal favorite. We'll start with the breacher drone, which is
Звони ему.
it's in your lethal slot. So it's basically a handheld drone that you pull.
PUBG degan kanaldan o'zi buni kim tozalaydi unda?
Way you can clear dom points, hard points.
Ha, PUBG degan kanaldanmi? Ana sizlar tozalaysizlar.
What a 4-piece
Yeah.
equipped the breacher drone.
Yeah.
Siz bori aslida.
It'll explode on
Ну,
impact.
hokim be bu.
Counter to that one though, it's slow moving enough.
Salima вроде на работе.
There you go.
So
Он должен вернуться, он должен быть сейчас на доме.
the air and it basically encircles.
Вроде не хочет, что ли, стримить.
When an enemy approaches that area.
I will in fact say that my
Warzone 3 релиз.
drone has been
Ну, мультиплеер выйдет 10 ноября,
as a real
а новый Warzone в декабре. Какого числа я не знаю, брат.
play tested, and so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
А Верданс вернут 10 марта.
that thing coming, yeah.
Right. We have something
Shehzod
called
aka Makarov rolini siz o'ynadiganmisiz deyman. Ha, yo'q, ha.
team, so it's basically this
Men Ghost rolini o'ynaganman, jigarim.
dom point or hard point, and it'll capture the point for you. So you can hang back and get in cover, and then let it capture the point for you. So when enemies come to try to take it, you can take them out from behind cover. So just yesterday, I had an awesome match where I put down a
Warzone chiqadi.
dom point and then shot.
Endi Warzone 3 bo'lmaydi-yu. Warzone bo'lib chiqadi.
Back and watch the whole thing unfold.
Almazrani olib tashlashadi, o'rniga yangi karta qo'yishadi, shu akalar.
Mosquito drone got it, and I didn't have to do anything. I was just like, that's right.
Keyin 10-martga Verdansk qaytarishadi, shu mana sizlarga yangi.
Plan
Yeah.
to cap
Info
at this
sotki.
point.
I was pretty proud of myself. It was pretty epic.
And
We
then
had-
you went on to drop a nuke and have a big game. You know?
Endi har yili ana shunaqa o'zgaraveradi. Kartalar, shu Warzone 4, Warzone 5.
Guys, don't believe it.
No, it was an
Nigora Jalolova uxlang.
a bunch of fun stuff coming in terms of lethals,
Xotinjon.
field equipment, streaks. We have the Guardian that gets a lot of love. It's basically, you know, this thing that you put down.
Ro'za ham Makarov rolini
You know,
o'ynagan aktyorga o'xshaysiz. Oo. Qaniydi-ya?
shoots out.
It doesn't actually eliminate players. For those of you who are going to stay tuned for
Nega endi sizni Makarov qilib qo'yishgan?
see a lot of the Guardian.
Kim aytdi mani Makarov qilib qo'yishgan?
But it is that aerial denial.
Men Makarovga o'xshamayman, jigar, men Ghostga o'xshayman. Simon Rayliga o'xshayman.
It's almost like a stun grenade, kinda, you know. And we have something called the comm scrambler that you throw down, and it's basically it creates like the ghost perk in a certain area. So you know it wipes out enemy communication. So enemy UAVs won't work. You know, like everybody won't show up on the map in this certain area. But the counter to that is like everyone can see
the active area. Yeah, so
exactly.
you'll get ghost, I believe you said, if you're inside.
Клавиши играет, да.
Comm scrambler, we
Я видел 3 чувака, которые играют на клавиши, брат.
to be,
Yeah, as soon as you
Пока
throw it
что.
down, everybody knows where it is. They just kind of, you're kidding in that bubble for a little while.
Ну, основной, ты же знаешь, в Европе, Америке, этот геймпад рулит, брат. Тем клавиши. Ну, мало тут, которые играют на клавиши, брат. MW3 treylerini ko'rdingizmi? G'irt o'zingizda ko'rib rosa qoyil qoldi.
So our friends at Treyarch are
Hokimbe men Makarovga o'xshayman.
they do a fantastic job.
G'oz yuzini ko'rsatmagani qayerdan bilasiz o'xshashingizni? Yuzini ko'rsatgan.
Update it, modernize it from Modern Warfare 2, bring that forward, and then for season 1.5,
Yuzini ko'rsatgan.
mid season one,
sometime during season one.
we will have it out, and that's when it's going to launch. Because if we want enough time where players can get familiar with everything, they can understand what's happening,
Yuzini bilamanmi?
And start to build those restrictions within the game.
Menga kod keldi pochtamga, beta uchun o'shani aktiv qildim. Endi uni kechagida o'ynar ekanman pochtpikida. Da.
But excited to say that later in
O'ynaysiz
season
bo'ladi.
one, we'll have a ranked play coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3.
Drop yutgansiz-da Twitchda ko'rib.
That wraps up our core 6v6 gameplay for the day. We're going to see the folks behind us switch over. We've got an exciting new mode to talk about.
Menga ham kelgan.
Here in a second. It's called Cutthroat. It is awesome. There's so much to get into there. But first, we have a quick special announcement for all of our PlayStation players.
Hozir Warzone mobilda ham ko'rsatadi akalar. Vo ana yangi treyler akalar. Ko'ringlar. Yangi treyler.
When they speak of me, they want to lock your door.
Bu PlayStation'lar uchun alohida chiqadigan personaj. Mana u qizni berishar ekan. Faqat PlayStation'da o'ynaydiganlar uchun.
That's cute.
Mana u personaj berildi. У кого PlayStation 5, вот эту дают. Им, братва. А на Warzone 2, Modern Warfare 2 он и дали. Ну, unchalik emas ekan bu.
I couldn't break.
Shuni berar ekan sizga nima? Aslidan shu qizchani. Da, PlayStation da. Da, PlayStation Plus da. G'ozni zombisiga mani singlim o'xshaydi, mazga yo'q.
Lockpick is a cunning art feat with noble motivations and an exciting new operator to come.
Shuna Hokimbek.
PlayStation players can get
Menga qarang, Ghost ko'rgandek bo'ladi, jigar. Da, skin musor menga yoqmadi. Musor ekan skin. Undan eskiz ana Oni chiroyliroq.
This is my main in all the playtests. I auto lock.
Buni ekan.
It is how it is.
Did you know she was an artist?
Uflo.
I didn't know she was an artsy. I was like, Thomas Crown Haver, hello, it's me. But we're about to head into live gameplay action for a brand new mode coming to Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. But first, a couple of words from our sponsors.
Warzone Mobile grafikasi yorvarishim bo'lib ketdi lekin gap yo'q.
The official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers.
HyperX eng katta partnyori ekan.
Big screen with TCL Q class, QLED.
Endi Warzone Mobile slavnistlari bizni o'zbeklar o'tsa bo'ldi PUBG'da. Warzone men soatlar yoqdimi bor bular. Nihoya $348, uni $818. Jalla. Ana Warzone Mobile uchun Backbone. Aslida oling.
Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound.
Кто круче PS или Xbox? PS. Пока что PS. Скоро будет Xbox. Для Call of Duty. Microsoft уже купил, брат. Вадим, этот. Activision Battle.net купил он.
Action, so you're gonna have a little bit of a mosh pit there going on.
There's a lot of threes in it.
Скоро эксклюзивы будут для Xbox, а не PS.
So you're there, as long as you're
Летом.
take out the other two squads, that's how you're gonna win. It is inspired by gunfight. Like you are actually it is a very competitive mode. The thing that we like about it is it plays on all of our fantastic 16 launch maps. They're there, and you get to play them in a
PS5 Warzone o'ynayman va o'zimga maqim. Betani menga berganidan keyin necha kun o'yna olaman uni? 4 kun.
There's 3 different teams. You have 3 points. Triangle. Somewhere in
4 kun.
Simple maths.
Yeah. And so it allows you to experience these maps in a way that you've never experienced before, which is part of that modernization that we like to talk about in the maps. And it's a fun experience to have, super competitive, and it's one life to live mode. It's very fun.
You can regen your down teammates though if you see
so you got the revives.
get downed. Yeah.
Yangi modlar multiplayerda shular ko'rsatyapti akalar. Hozir mana 3 ta mod bor chiqdi, yangi mod qo'shishdi multiplayerga. Hozir o'shalar ko'rsatib o'tishar ekan.
In a lot of ways.
Gunfight, of course, is 2v2.
2v2 gunfight. Yeah, and it's played on separate maps. It's played on different maps. And so what we wanted to do is be able to really focus on the 16 maps that we had at launch and be able to have a mode that is as exciting, as competitive, as gunfight in there. And really bring something new to the table too, so our players can go out and have.
Mana akalar Assassin's Creed'ni ham tortib bo'ldik. Erta xudo xolasa kechqurun Assassin's Creed o'ynaymiz akalar. Sotib oldim $46 ga. Ertaga o'ynaymiz xudo xolasa.
That's right. And it is sweaty.
It is a sweaty.
I am so excited to see these guys play it because they're awesome at the game anyway.
Twitch'da ko'ringlar, bu yerda sal qarorroq ekan.
He is on cutthroat.
Tak, Twitch, Call of Duty. Bu qaranglar 122 mingta odam ko'ryapti. Qo'yilmisizlar? Mazza, yo. Qachon bizda ham shuncha odam ko'radi? 122,600 ta odam ko'ryapti. Menda HyperX mikrofonim HyperX, mishkam HyperX. Vault Edition'dagi personajlar effektli ekani, o'shani oddiy kiyimlari ham bor-a. Makarovni kostyum shimda ko'rganim. Da. Oddiy kiyimi o'sha kostyum shimda Makarov. Price ham oddiyda. Yibani sochini qaranglar, jallab. Bala, aslida sizlar shuna prechoska qilib olsangiz bo'ladigan bular. Voy jallab, sochingga bilan maq bilan. Xotini ham o'ziga o'xshagan ekan bular.
Back into cutthroat again. I'm very interested in these smaller game modes because I think it just creates opportunities for you to have those real intense interactive moments.
It's very intimate, and you get to you get situations like this where you're trying to figure out how to use your you could pop smoke here, and really just. When is this flag gonna pop?
Yeah.
Ajalla. Yebana shu ha bala tomi ketganlar ko'p shoqlardachi buni. Sochingga siskalameka deydimi buni? Ha shu nima ekan ha? Droncha nima ekan ha bu? Qaqadir ketdi u dronchi.
Yeah, we have the EMD grenade, which would be great in this situation because you just throw.
Xumbosh bo'lish yoqadi va ishi gap yo'q.
If you get another player on the team, that they're going to show up constantly on your mini map for your.
Va yangi rejimda o'ynayapti bolalar. Bomba rejimmi deymanmi?
That player will then get a prompt. You might be able
Match
to
point.
tear it off, I believe.
Yeah, you can pull it right out.
But it'll track
BP'larni yangi turi emasmi? Yo'q, bu BP'lar emas, bu dron tushiryapti bu.
the enemy squad there. EMD very
Manimcha-chi, bu-chi bitta dronni tushiradi-da, borib svet qilib keladimi u dron qo'yib bilan.
Actually was the
Bomba rejim, counter rejimga o'xshar ekan bu, hali bomba rejimi.
I actually do like that one because it's kind of like a you know a Molotov but like on steroids
Mana klaviatura mishkada o'ynayapti. Вот, Vadim na klaviatura mishka играет, вот этот чувак.
as well.
Yeah, it has area denial and it bounces, so it will not detonate on impact. So you can throw it around corners, you can throw it under cars.
get that frag effect.
Видел, да?
Yeah, and you know it adds a little bit of additional damage.
Братчикина klaviatura mishka играет, вот
The
это.
initial blast of that one,
Right.
you could get taken out pretty easily afterwards.
Lupo just hit a clutch headshot. He is now he picked up his teammate, and we're swapping over to Favela.
Новый режим показывает сейчас, брат.
Oh yeah.
I love this map.
I've gotten wiped down a few
What's
of
your
those.
favorite, Adam?
Out of these 5 we're playing today, I have to go with Favela.
Ну, слабый. Признавайся, слабый он, Вадим.
Amongst us, yeah.
I too am a
Как-то слабо играет, пацан.
Just look at it. This is beautiful.
Greg, you're the tiebreaker.
Vanguard прицелом это было? Да, Vanguard прицел.
Okay, fine.
Вот, даже прицел вангвардский, на Vanguard был вот этот прицел. Если играл, Вадимчик. Portlasa kerakda shu dron. Bilmadim endi uni, aslida. Dron kamikadze emas u.
Just to
Okay. Well, you're going to be alone. Look at that. You split the vote. How could you?
how could I know.
I think I love Favela because remember that play I was talking about doing with like the capture bot and the mosquito drone that was on Favela.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's why it's got a special place in my heart.
I like the little second floor store that I believe you guys have opened a window up that was
Karta называется Favela.
so you can kind of see down the hill.
Karta от Favela
You
kelar.
know, and I am trash.
Any new windows?
O qaranglar, shular kompyuterxonam bo'lsa edi mana-chi.
I thought it just
Вообще, да, qaranglar, bilan yertaman u bilan.
Mantle out of it.
Yep.
There you go.
Amalan chaqirardim, kelardilar
A
bor.
lot of those things that are in the like metrics wise, like
Yeah.
Warzone yangi kartani ko'rdim. Hozir biz ham ko'ramiz, jiganim. Oxirida.
the doors in here. I know
Hammalar HT'lar o'ynaydi, hammasi o'sha yangi kartada.
it adds a lot, especially within Cutthroat, because now you're
След сервер нули, да.
able to use them for your advantage.
Работает.
We feel
Ну, чтобы работал след cancel, вам надо поменять бутсы.
earlier, it's those small touches that you guys have really brought
Этот
to maps that make
sled cancel ishlash uchun
in modern.
oyog'idagi nimasi tapchkasini o'zgartirishlaring kerak ekan.
While we have a moment and we're looking at Cutthroat, let's talk about some of the other modes as well. Ground War is one that I want to talk about. We touched on a little bit earlier on.
Warzone 1 yo'q, aslida Warzone 1da o'chirib tashlashgan-u. 21 kuni. Kalli joydami? Warzone 1 yo'q endi.
I guess Kim, like, give us a rundown on Ground War because I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I mean we're so happy that Ground War is coming back in Modern Warfare 3.
А королевская битва есть соревнования.
That we have in the multiplayer.
Не.
And we will be showcasing
Не, брат.
Ground War maps at launch with 2 of
Соревнования это другое. А королевская битва вообще другое, брат.
I believe that's the Levin resort that we just saw there.
Последние моменты показывают они, братан. Братан, они будут играть. Вот, которые сидят там, на этом комнате, все они будут играть в конце.
So during the open beta you'll be able to play I believe 2 new vehicles for Modern Warfare 3 with more to come at launch and during live seasons.
That's right.
Awesome. And we mentioned it a bit earlier, but War Mode is returning. In addition to Ground War, the favorite from Call of Duty World War II will be coming back with Modern Warfare 3.
It is awesome, and it is the attack defend mode. Adam spoke a little bit about it earlier, but you are Task Force 141 trying to take down the Coney group that has taken over a military base. They are launching ICBMs, and you are getting your tank out there, escorting your tank.
Tankalar bo'lar ekan. Tankalarda o'ynasang ularga.
Blast, doing it.
Mana bomba uchirib yuborar ekan.
Have a blast with the ICBMs as well.
Good pun. Good ICBM pun there.
Yeah, there was it was trying to come out and it just didn't happen.
Zombi rejimni ham ko'rsatadi.
Doing there, I liked it, yeah. And also there was
Voy
a
jalla.
tank on screen that was just causing utter mayhem, so that's what we care about.
It is that attack defense scenario where you are escorting that down the path, and it is a very
Zombi rejim rankli bo'lmaydi, jiganim. Zombi rejimda odamlar pista qurollarda catch qilish uchun o'ynaydi.
5v6, 5v5. What's the?
It is 6v6.
6v6. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it is classic war mode.
Da kompyuterxona ishlaydi.
Classic war mode is, but it is linear objectives. There's 3 sets of them.
Da, odam qo'yib ketamiz. O'rtog'im qarang.
For players to get their hands on.
Lots to look forward to.
Ilhomjon olmay sog'lar yaxshimi? Bu ranketni olib tashladim, xafa bo'lmaysan endi Ilhomjon, yoqmay qo'yadi. Bobikotga telefon oldim, ranketni olib tashlab, bo'lmadi, bu cheaterlar ko'payib ketibdi dedim. Olib tashladim. Xafa bo'lmaysan endi. Yoqdi M3. M3 nima yoqmaydi? Yoqadi ekan ishni. Mani yoshligimda kartalar qo'ygan 16 ta. Jon deb o'ynardim, prosta men ketaman. O'shani sotib olganim yo'q. Ketiga odamga nafik kerak, hozir sotib ol. Siz mana sotib olib o'yning. 700 qoldi top 250 ga. Bo'ldi endi ranket bo'lmaydi endi, Ilhomjon olib tashladik. Pulli bo'lar ekanmi? Nima pulli bo'lar, Jasur? Voy, shunday yomon ko'raman shu balani-chi. Zombi pulli bo'ladimi? Pulli bo'ladi-da. Mult o'sha o'yinni sotib olsangiz ichida bo'lar. Imkonli ekan soqolli-da, menga yoqmaydi shu balachi. Kartezga tashlang, uch olib beralarsiz, olib beralar faqat bugun emas. Ertaga. Ertaga. Erta Toshkentga ketyapman. Menga vash qurollar yo'qdi, deyapti. Vash Winchesterlar vash chotki deyapti. Qurollarga gap yo'q deyapti. Buna kayf qilmagan edim deyapti. Bilmaydi-ki, ading qo'y bir xil bilan, hammasi bilan. Kecha esdan chiqdi, tushundim. Bratan, показали карту Warzone. Konse, brat, Danilchik, konse показывает. İçiyapsizmi o'zi, nimani ichaman? Nimani ichaman? Konse покажет, Danil, konse. А то я отдохнули, пропустил последние 20 минут. Не, конце показывать будет. Rekrent nimada? Sotqinda, o'shaning uchun yomon ko'raman, hokimbek. Конец еще через час будет, брат. Ilhomjon, nimani ichaman? Tushunmadim gapingizni. Еще часик будет, потом конец будет, брат.
It moves smoothly than any other card I've played. I feel like it has a mix of like fast and a little bit of a slower slide cancel, but yeah, I love it. It's very fast.
Like не забываем. Like bosib qo'yamiz, akalar esdan chiqmadi. Rekren sotqinni Yevropaga uchyapsizmi? Demak, to'g'ri yozing. Ichyapsizmi deb yozibsiz. Yevropaga noyabrda o'rtasiga oxiriga xudo xohlasa. O'sha ishga qabul qilindi, vizani kutyapmiz. 44 gigabaytni 5 soat yuklab onasini emsin. Internet yaxshisini qo'ying-da, jigarim. Zombi rejimni Abitlzlar degan kinoga o'xshatib qo'yishibdi lekin treylerini. Da. Endi bir nimadan o'g'irlamasa bo'lmaydi-da. Undan o'g'irlaydi hamma nimalar. Ha, hozir zombini ko'rsatamiz deyapti jalla.
Proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 3. Nvidia GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency-reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Call of Duty Next.
Ana.
I'm joined here in the fireside chat. I've got one Prague, we got OVP, we got Nameless, and we have PALIT on the corner there. We are going to be
Hozir zombi rejim ko'rsatishlar kerak.
but like, this is one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to work in my life. I've never been this excited about a COD. Like Legion hit the nail on the head. I'm 18 again, 34 in skin, but 18 in gunny. Lottie, first impressions. Lay it on, Miguel.
Oh gosh, I mean,
Oh gosh. To'tta bile pornoga boradi bu apaxonchi. Oh gosh deyapti.
refreshing all in one. I mean, for me, I think it's got to be about the fact that you can kind of almost customize what you
Oh gosh.
want, the player you want to be in game. I mean, it starts with movement, and then you're looking at the perk system, but there's a balance there.
Shu tortalasmi zombi tushunmadim. Ingliz tilini o'rganyapsizmi? Ingliz tilini men o'rganaman. Ingliz, o'zbekchani o'rgansin bular.
Multiplayer for a living, but you guys play it day
Oh gosh.
so many hours grinding. Nameless, what are you making of it so far?
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I've been playing Call of Duty since way back in the day, 06 back to COD 2, and for me, what this feels like is you're getting the classic.
Kuramiz Shehzod aka nimani?
Fell in love with Call of Duty about, but you're also getting the best of the innovations of recent Call of Duties as well. So it's just been spectacular seeing.
Oh gosh.
Point on Skid Row yesterday. Who could say that in 2023? It's been amazing, Ali.
No, it really has. I think it's interesting that you brought up like the play style because I feel like in events like this especially like
Mana qizni qayerda ko'rganman-chi? Qayerda ko'rdim shu qizni?
we see on a day-to-day basis.
Stream qilarmidi bu ham?
Normal content creators they're going for snipes and stuff and
To'tta tanishdi.
for that. So I think the fact that the
GIGABYTE debman ana bu semiz bratni.
everyone, right? So I mean, it's been a great day so far.
O'xshab ketadi.
A little bit more time than we thought we'd have, guys, so we can delve a little deeper here. I think one of the coolest things in the desk touch upon it a little bit.
Hozir brat aytyapti, biz ko'p kishi o'zbeklar so'radi bizdan. Call of Duty'ga zombi rejim qo'shmaysizlar deb, shuning uchun o'zbeklar uchun iminni mana zombi rejim qo'shdik. Erta ko'proq shunaqangi multfilmlar yaxshi ko'rishar ekan. Aslida faqat siz uchun zombi rejim qo'shdik dedi mana aka. Siz o'yladik dedi, sizni ko'rsatdi hozir. Ko'rdingizmi? O'zbeklar uchun addushi deb. Sizlar uchun deb. Mana zombi rejimni qo'shdik. Mo'j o'zbeklar endi PUBG'ni tashab o'tishar deyapti hozir mana.
Meaningful choices like from top to bottom. What shoes am I wearing? What kind of gloves am I wearing this loadout?
PUBG Mobile tashar endi mana deyapti-da endi.
The strafe speed shoes on. Get my shoulders working. We heard shots you talk about the tack stance and how
Agar hamma o'zbeklar PUBG tashab o'tsa zombi rejimga mana qilib ustimga yechib o'yinga tushib beraman deyapti. Akalar, sizlar uchun, faqat sizlar uchun deyapti. Bratva deyapti.
Pistol basically into an SMG. You don't need a perk. You don't need to have that on. You can literally do that yourself.
Kim mana zombi PUBG tashab o'tsa, mana pistoletni berishar ekan, mana turibdi-ku stolda ustida.
SMG with an AR. I mean that's just stunning.
We heard them talk about it too with like the after.
Telefonga ulab o'ynaverasizlar ekan.
Weekly challenges, so there'll be a bunch of different types of variations that you have with your gun. But we saw the Renetti. It's already insane. I saw a tweet from Scump on the timeline, a 10-piece with the Renetti. So when you turn that into an SMG, I mean.
Oldin mana rapper edim. Hozir Warzone'ga o'tdim deyapti mana. Warzone o'ynayapman, haqa deyapti meni. Ko'p kishi meni DJ Khalidga o'xshatardi deyapti.
Used to breaking my thumbsticks all over again. Honestly, that's that's something that is really close to the CDL heart. The competitive style is getting into the slide canceling.
Pistolet menga yoqadi. Ana qarang, hozir mana o'ynasangiz, pistolet sizga berishadi, jigan. Mazali o'ynaverasiz. Telefonga ulab olib, qo'lda boshqarish shart emas. Telefonga ulasizda, ekranga qarab turib bossangiz, otaveradi. Dendida shunaqa narsa bor. Yoshligimizda. O'rdaklar otardi jallar. O'ziga bitta serial tushirib bersa zo'r bo'lardi. Aytib qo'yganman, u ham planda. Prosta o'zbeklar ko'nmayapti-da u narsaga.
and being able to mantle as fast as you can in this game. Some of the different boots.
O'zbeklar katta summa so'rayapti, turdingizmi?
For a while, and you can aim in virtually instantly.
Elis.
Cancel it as well. So there's so
Amon ko'p kelar ekansiz, jigarim. Pochkani to'g'irlang. Hali yoshsiz u. Da.
And that's the most important thing we've been touching upon and people have been asking us about. How does it feel? How does it feel? It feels really very, very smooth. To your point, sliding shoes on, I'm hitting tack stance faster than ever. I'm sliding with full ADS. You can hit snipes, guys. Have you ever
$600 ekan shu pistolet Activision magazinda.
MW3 is the game for you.
Böyle $6 ham olmasdim men buni.
All the one times optics, so anything red dot, a lot of the hollows, none of these things really add anything to
Endi o'zbeklarda qo'yaveradi bular, qo'yish hech emas bularga serverlarni. Rosa o'zbeklarimiz ko'p narsani talab qilyapti. Shuning pashon naqvi degan joyi bor bularni ham. Aytak O'zbekistonga qo'ysa biz Central Aziyamiz-ku. Bayshi maza qiladi yon qo'shnilarimiz. Hali Qozoq, Qirg'iz, Tojik, Pojik. Hammasi kelib qoladi. 30-40 mingda o'ynaydi hammasi. Mo'jd bular o'zi taklif bilan chiqqandir O'zbekistonga. Bular o'zbeklar xohlamagandir o narsani. Biznikilar bilan o'yinlar nuqul zapretga tiqadi-yu. Kibersport rivojlantiramiz deydi, nexoya rivojlanmaydi. Hali ham chirigan o'yinlarni O'zbekistonda hali turnir qilib yuribdi bizkilar. PUBG Mobile'dan ham turnir qiladimi? Tova qilinmay. Olib ketganda bizkilar orqadachi bilan. Rossiyada yo'q, Yevropada bor. Prosta Rossiya yaqinligi uchun ularda ping pass 70-60 pingda o'ynaydi. Offline o'yinlardan menga Heyde yoqadi. Nimaga rozi bo'lmaydi? Serios gapirdingizmi hozir biroq? Da, seriozni gapirdimmi? World of Tanks serverini qo'yib olish uchun bilasizmi qancha yillar ketgan? Oldin World of Tanks o'ynardik. Ana. Call of Duty'ni 20 ga bo'lgani uchun mana qangi skinlar berar ekan. You'll receive these rewards, which you're seeing on screen, including an old school price operator skin. That takes me back. These rewards. Bizda nalogni katta qo'yib oladi, shuning rozi bo'lmaydi. Nalog bor-da, serverda qo'ygandan keyin nalogini to'lash kerak-da. O'shani bizda katta so'rab oladi. Dadasi narxini qo'yadi. Shu. Tankani serverini qo'yishga 5 yilmi ketgan. 5 yil 6 yil ketgan. Mana hozir hamma tankani tashadi, o'sha serverda ham olib tashashdi.
Incredible memories that have been had on Call of Duty. Ali, what is your earliest memory on COD?
Well, I know I talked about playing with my dad.
Ha, shunaqa sovg'alar.
More core memories, which I can't wait to break down the new and exciting stuff in that game mode.
Ishxonadamizda, ishxonada.
When I was in middle school, I'd go over to my friend Anastasia's house, and we'd go in our basement, we'd turn off all of the lights, and then we'd load up split-screen zombies on her big TV on the couch, and just
Ilhomjon ette pullar tayyorlab turing-a. Ette Toshkentga borib telefon qilaman. 5 yulduzli bironta restoranga olib kirib, kiydi go'shi shart emas-ku. Hitdimi, delfindimi go'shini yeb qo'yamiz. Hali arzonroq. Mana akalar, mana. Beta test ko'rib olinglar. 6-7 kuni PlayStationga sotib olganlarga predzakazda Open Tekiniz kelsa 8-10 kuni. Keyin yana predzakaz kompyuterda sotib olganlar 12-13 kuni. Keyin hamma PlayStation, Xbox nimalarga o'sha kuni qaroch. Jonga tegdi, baxir rolik ko'rsataverib borib. Bir marta ko'rdi, yetadi. Pro gapirmasdan ko'rsatsa bo'lmasmi, o'shani aytayim bilan. Mana bu shoxi borlar uchun mana skin. PlayStation'da olib, PlayStation'ı borlar uchun. She is cool deyapti. Bu vashi chiroyli, vashi zo'r deyapti. Musuru, qayt cool bilan. She's shit, блядь. Shit, блядь.
on MW3's multiplayer.
She's говно, блядь.
For the past couple of months, I mean, I suppose that was the best.
Undan chiroyli, блядь.
Insights. We've had a few leaks of the return of Makarov and what that means to Modern Warfare 3's campaign. All that in store.
Hokimbek jiddiy kuting deyapti, brat. Hozir ko'rsatamiz deyapti. Sabrda bo'ling deyapti.
Treyarch. Here is a look at Modern Warfare Zombies.
Ana ketdi zombi akalar. Zombi ko'rsatishi. Ana bella. Temurlan PUBG nima bu? Call of Duty yangisi bu. Call of Duty namoyish etadi. MW3 Modern Warfare Zombie. Ana zombilar. Ana. Bilvoringlar, Modern Warfare'da birinchi zombi rejim. Modern Warfare'da istoriyasida hech qachon zombi bo'lmagan. O'zbeklarni o'ylab zombi rejim chiqardi bular. Buni hisobga olib qo'yinglar, rahmat deb qo'yinglar. Bala, ana bular aslidan chiqdi-yu bular. Voy bala, voy jalla. Bo'ldi, Xonjon tetilib og'ilyapman. İşte qurollar catch qilaverasizlar akalar, kirib olib. Mana shu Black Ops'ni chiqargan razrablar Sledgehammer Games degan. Ravenmidi? Ha. Shu zombilar. O'zi o'sha kompaniya chiqargan-da. O bala, voy jalla. Ana bala, cho'chaqning o'rnida nima turibdi bular, zombilar turibdi. Voy jalla. Shunaqa o'yinlar yoqadi endi sizlarga bular. O bala. Ana hali qurol bular. Stolida turgan. Jalla. Nechta odam o'ynaydi? 4 kishi o'ynaydi. Mana zombi ghost bular. Olinglar, sotib olsalaring zombi ghost berar ekan, mana u qurolni berar ekan. Bilet zakaz. Hozir zombi o'ynaydi bular, ko'rasiz.
In just a bit, but now let's welcome some very special guests from Treyarch because you got Kevin.
Ama jonga tegdi mana ularchi gapirib. Shu siz bobskillarda tele aslida tushundim. Nima qilib qo'ygan? Aslida o'ynaydi bular. Zo'r skillar qilib qo'ygan-ku. Tarjima qilib turing. Hozir zombi rejim o'ynaymiz deyapti. O'zbeklar kutgan daqiqasi keldi deyapti. Xonada mana deyapti, 300 ta bala bor deyapti. Hozir hammalari zombi o'ynaydi deyapti. Zombilarni oqchadi. Creator event, play the right packing, Minus glory.
It was a great experience bringing in those people. You know, zombies is definitely something that is a mode
Zombie o'ynayganlar. Ularga o'xshagan.
But we felt like there's so much new here. We really wanted to get a group in there and play it, get hands-on, get impressions, get feedback, and we just had a really great time playing with them.
You're getting to see a couple of
Nima ko'ryapti endi bu?
in the room there. They got to see
zombi haqida gameplay qo'yib berishgan ekan, hammalariga yoqibdi bularga.
Yeah, the playtest was absolutely fantastic. There were so many awesome moments.
Da zombilarda ular. Aydin ham yuribdi ichida. Ballarga birinchi qo'rqmaslik uchun kinosini qo'yib berishibdi. Chiqib qo'ymasliklari uchun. Hozir endi mana boshlanadi.
Yeah, it felt very good getting outside people besides us playing it.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like, oh, wait a minute, this game is good.
This is super fun.
Oh, nihoyat deyapti. Balla ko'p gapirib yubordilar. Boshlasinlar, boshlab qo'ya qolinglar.
Guys, one of the most popular questions I noticed, you know, ripe amongst the crowd of creators that was there. Easter eggs. We know them, we love them, we want them in zombies. What, if anything, can you tell us? Give us a little taste.
I mean,
a little tidbit, a little morsel.
A little something.
we can't give them
not
all.
giving anything.
Well, then what should we expect?
So
at least, in
if
terms
you
of
were
what's
paying
there?
attention to that trailer,
Bilan chiqinglar.
Okay.
maybe
Hey, kontrchilar.
if you go back and scroll,
Tugatinglar, bo'ldi, ketamiz.
see something that you'll see that's
Kachisi dahshati va.
I don't want to give it all away. There's a lot.
Kachisi dahshat.
Oh yeah, and I think that is
O'yinni kachsivasmi yo mana ular basharasini kachsivasmi?
which is with so much that needs
Zombi o'yini deganlar World Edition olganida bitta komplekt pampers qo'shib bersa zo'r bo'lardi-da, qo'shib beradi. Garshoga ham qo'shib beradi, ukam. Ne только pampers.
You guys are having some fun with it out there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a mode based on experimentation, and we're really doing that here. This is taking our gameplay, our classic zombies gameplay and mechanics, and putting them on the big map and all of the
Aslini ko'rsatib yani.
the vast space and the higher
Kelasi ham.
and then on top of that, putting it in the modern warfare era where you have their equipment, the operators, and it just feels so badass, you know?
And it's
Qanday aruzhalar bo'lar ekan akalar.
co-op experience. So that's something that feels exciting. It feels different. Kind of what led you guys to
Kresloni o'rniga Garshokda o'tirib o'ynaydi. Da.
So we just saw an opportunity with the big map to have the biggest PvE experience we've ever had in the franchise. So
which
in
is
the
saying
past,
something.
we had pure PvE.
Yes, pure PvE, no PvP.
Endi anime skilllar ham qo'shishadi. Aslida aytib qo'yganman bu.
You know, it is fighting zombies at the end of the day. Yeah. But then you mentioned like the way that the game is played, the open world. But how do the players like interact with one another? And also, like, you know, I like running solo from time to time. Is that also something that's possible as well?
Absolutely. So it's 24 players.
Multfilm qorish deya endi nima deysan Ilhomjon?
Is that you're all on the same team trying to do the same thing. So when you're
O'zi borgan sari multfilm ketyapti bu o'yin.
players, you can make a decision in that moment to like combine and form a super squad.
So you can form a super team.
Yes.
Like in-game.
Nimani bo'lsa qilishyapti endi. Zombisi yo'g'ida Modern Warfare'da zombi qo'yishdi mana biladi. Shumola. Menasini yetib qolyapti hamma narsa.
If you want a challenge, you can go in solo, but it is a lot of fun to grab some friends, form those super squads.
Yeah.
And again, the map is massive. There's zombies everywhere.
Kinolarda nimalar qo'shyaptimi biladi.
I'm getting excited.
Personajlarni bilan.
A couple weeks ago, we saw the very first
2023dan keyin Black Ops'ni davomini ishlashar ekan-da shunaqa.
for the narrative of Modern Warfare Zombies in that we see Soap, we see Laswell.
O'zi aniqdi-yu boshida aytilgani u.
Someone who I didn't think we were going to see again.
That's right.
Miles, can you take us through
Biz ham zaybal bo'lib ketdi, deyapti, Napaxon. Boshlasalang boshlanglar, deyapti, zombi rejimlang, deyapti. Gapiraverib og'zimizni olib ketdi, deyapti. To'mo ko'p gapirib yuboryapmiz, deydi.
Where are we in time and place? We are between Modern Warfare 19 and MW3.
Ishqilib PUBG'ga dinozavrlarni qo'shmasa bo'ldi. Qo'shadi ularni.
Really touching different timelines and interesting.
Qo'shadi.
Go into all of it, but there's a reason for that. Now, the next question which you're
Bu ketishda qo'shadi Ilhomjon.
alive. I saw him die, but did you? Did you really?
I saw him get shot. I saw him fall down a missile silo.
You saw him
Voy
fall. There
jalla.
was blood, but in true sort of story fashion, if there's no blood,
Ketdi.
he's dead. Now, Task Force 141 went back to
Ana shu virusni otgan sahnasi Abitlslardagi sahna bilan bir xil, da. Endi bir-biridan o'g'irlamasa bular ham bo'lmaydi-da. To'g'ri tushuninglar.
emerged that he's still alive. And now, of course, in true sort of villain fashion,
Sovuqlar tiriltirib yuborishdi-yu.
from falling down that silo, which he did. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a little bit. Is about this new thing called Ethereum. And he
Olgan odamni ham o'ltirgan ekan bular, Makarov o'lgan edi. Bu yerda ne только Makarov o'lgan. Bu yerda Ghost o'lgan, Sovuq o'lgan, Maktavish o'lgan, Alex o'lgan. Dahoy odam tiriltirib yubordi bular. Tiriltirmagan odam qolmadi bular.
Let's take a look at how these come to life in the intro mission.
Yes.
Nima bo'lyapti? Bir. Nima bo'lyapti? Ha, sovuq gapiryapti. Birmi? 8 ming. Ana zombilar, akalar ko'ringlar. Ne? Ha, zombilar otasini. Buni bilmayman endi, Hokimbek. Bitta to'g'ri odamlarni ham otargan bu. Voy jalla. Sayson hovda o'ynayapti bu bola. Bular qanaqadir zadaniya qilyapti bular-chi? Ularni ham yotyapti, zombini otishni o'rniga. Qanaqadir zadaniya qilishdi endi bular.
What's really exciting again about this opportunity across the open world is, like Kevin was saying, is we want to bring that story to the forefront. These story missions have handlers from the Modern Warfare world, from the Black Ops world, Cold War world that you might.
Mazmun endi buni qiziqmas, undan verdan qo'yib yubormaydimi? Ana shu bo'lar. Verdan 10-marta bo'lar.
Awesome cinematics and well, and again, the whole point of this is that if you're new to
10-martga bo'ladi.
Experience that story, we want you to get into it. But if you're seasoned and you just want to jump in and kill some zombies, you can free roam and do that.
Ashi zerikarli deyapti, va zombi rejim deyapti, bitta faqat zombi otasizlar deyapti. Ikkita uchta zadaniyalar bo'ladi, shular qilasizlar, bo'ldi deyapti.
Modern Warfare 3 is about options.
Absolutely.
Chista qurollar kashf qilish uchun rejim deyapti.
Super awesome and great to see that like the player choice is very prevalent, right? But you know they're
Endi odamlar xohladi biz ham chiqardikda deyapti. Biz ham xohlamadik deyapti. Talab shunga bo'lyapti deyapti. O'shanga chiqardik. U bilan zombi rejimni chiqarib olguncha sochim kal bo'lib ketdi deyapti. Soch o'smay soqol o'syapti faqat endi deyapti.
Can be pretty intimidating, and we know that there might be a lot of players who might only play Modern Warfare, or DMZ, or Warzone. So
bu mana yangi karta akalar, Verdanskga o'xshagan ekan. Ha shu yangi Warzone kartasi. O, ana zombilar, o, ana o'rtada. O'rtada ostiribda bo'lar ekan. Shu ostirib. Shu ostirib degan garoch. Ko'rdinglarmi? Mana yangi Warzone kartasi, ko'rib olinglar. Bo'lim tugan balla. Nechida 3 5 6 18 dan.
What an arm on him. Yeah, I gotta say.
He yeeted the vial.
54 million. Birinchi kasab tugating, Dota. Dota.
Let's look at the flip side of that one though, right? Because we talked about the new players, how we get those folks into the game.
Yo, full karta katta bo'lib ketadi, jigarim. Full karta katta bo'lib ketadi. 54 ming.
Zombies fans that love this experience, live and breathe it. So what do you have for them?
Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about that fusion, and like Kevin said, the experimentation was, well, how do you bring all those core zombie Treyarch features into this new world?
Katta bo'lib ketadi. Zombi oqtarguncha vaqtingiz o'tib ketadi. Bunaqa sunduklar bo'lar ekan. Mana bunaqangi joylardan qurollar olsalar ham bo'lar ekan mana.
This ginormous map, and as you go in, it's up to you. Where do you want to?
Yani energetiklar bo'lar ekan 18+ degan. Hissalarni energiya qo'shar ekan. Bu yerda qurollarni kuchaytirsalar ham bo'lar ekan, anaqa fantastika qilib. Qochaygan joy ham ekan bu yerda. Hali Buy Station deyapti, sotib olgan joy ekan.
experience is in other modes.
Mana ular endi mana sila pila bersa kerak, zombini silasi.
Married them together in interesting ways. But
It's awesome.
the most important core feature, of course.
Ana qaranglar, ana zombi nimalar chiqibdi. Hali detskiy ovqat bor-ku. Qo'shib yegan.
Yeah, it's here Call of Duty next. It has some
Oliylar deyapti mana sizlarga, sizlar bob. Ataylar zombini fanatlar uchun chiqardik deyapti.
I mean, a crate. I'm not talking about a single box. I'm talking a single crate. What came off the truck, you know?
Hozir zombini o'ynarsinlar deyapti, o'zimiz yeymiz mazza qilib deyapti. Uydan stop kelganman deyapti.
and it's a woman-owned business, which is dope.
Awesome. And it goes in the dark.
Yeah. So I would be remiss to not hit on one of the really core.
Hech boshlanmadi deyapti. Yegim kelib ketishini ko'rib deyapti. Qorong'ida deyapti.
I need to know.
Yeah, so of course we have a wonder weapon, and it is
Ha, unaqangi orужие bor ekan. Voy jalla. Half-Life degan o'yinda bo'ladi shuna orужие. Nixoya.
It's absolutely amazing. So the scorch
Voy balla.
for demolishing the highest density of something you've ever seen before. Oh yes, the hordes. Absolutely.
Endi xohladingiz mana siz bob.
It launches you into the air.
Anime ham multfilmi, endi siz bob mana qilishganlar.
Into a horde. If you want to get away from the horde of zombies, if you want to jump on a building or over a building, like it's really.
Aytib qo'ying choyga botirib yeyishsin. Uka botirib yeyishasiz, uka.
The flow state of using it, and it's in your arsenal.
Uka botiring.
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
Mana men yeb ko'rdim kecha deyapti uyda.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
Chotki deyapti.
What makes Zombie so special, especially with this new open world field, is the replayability. Is this? It's not a one and done game mode. So how is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies gonna push?
Anime multfilm emas, nima u?
In terms of what keeps players coming
Phenom.
more every time.
Yeah, so this is a really kind of replayable mode. It's an extraction exfil mode, right? So you're trying to get deeper and deeper into the map, and at first you're not.
Zombi rejimdagi tugidimi efir yo'q.
Over and over.
Arzonni yangi kartasini ham ko'rsatishadi.
Things out, make sure you successfully
Kechaga ko'rsak,
in the next time with
vaqtimiz yetsa ko'ramiz, vaqtimiz yetmasa ketamiz.
We mentioned it before. We saw
Ertaga turib Toshkentga ketishim kerak akalar.
that has created the.
Mana chumolavashi ko'p gapirib yubordi, jonga tegdi buni.
Saw a little bit of on the tac map.
Ko'nglayinib ketdi.
How the storm will play into the map, what that vial did, and what.
Hammasini undan yeb olib tushkilida.
Yeah, so this thing is in the map, and it's the source. It's.
Mana shu Warzone kartasi bilib olinglar, bilmaganlar.
It's going to dictate this time limit. At 45
Bo'ladimi?
minutes, it's going to start growing and completely consuming the map.
45 mi 45 minut vaqtlayim bo'lar ekan.
And it gets
23 mi?
yeah, intense.
So it's a total
45 deyapti, 40.
Yeah, 1 hour session. Again, those 24 players.
It goes back to getting in. Again, player facing. You want to stay on the outer edges. Awesome. You want to challenge yourself, go into medium and high threat.
Akalar ko'rib turinglar, oz kelaman, aqing o'tib kelaman.
And it will come, and it will make the zombies harder. Yeah. And that's part of the challenge and fun. Are we going into the storm to cleanse it? Yeah. Are we avoiding it?
What are we going to find in
there?
the hell out of
What's the exfil plan?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Is really where you get into a lot of fun.
And really too, when you think about that heat map for zombies, part of that is going to be gearing up. You said you're spending, a lot of players will be spending a lot of time on the outer edges of the map or in the yellow, gearing up, getting that loot, collecting the right things that we need to have a successful infill. But one of the most exciting things about that is how weapons will carry over from match to match.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with DMZ, we have contraband weapons, so everything you're finding in the match you can take out and bring it with you.
Item persistence.
Yes,
yeah.
we have insurance slots, but we've really taken that to the next level with all the zombies upgrades. So, in the past you've had to do all that just in game and you lose it. Now, all of those things have been formed into a consumable version called acquisitions. So things like Pack-a-Punch, weapon rarity, ammo mods, wonder weapons.
Yeah.
All of those things you can find in the match, and you can decide to use them then, or you can take them out and just start the next match, load up, Pack-a-Punch, drink 4 perks immediately, and now you're good to go. Like, you're going all the way into the high threat.
Straight into the red zone, juiced up on perks, right?
Yeah.
Quite a difference, right? But what was the, I guess, like inspiration? Was it just, hey, let's just try something creative, different, fun, do what Zombies has always done and push the bar?
Yeah, it's just like introducing this different kind of pressure with the time limit, but then now giving players this additional ability to bring things in is huge.
Yeah, it's part of that. How do you ease new players and seasons players, right? It kind of relates to rounds. If you're familiar from that, is like when you get into the higher zones and you have more of that arsenal, that's for those seasons players. They're gonna feel it and they're gonna want that challenge. Well, you know what? There's a big challenge there, so you better be loaded up on a bunch of stuff coming in to really succeed.
All right, we're getting into the lightning round here. Finally, Miles, I asked you before. You said that Zombies is all about discovery, and it is. We know those secrets, those Easter eggs are out there lurking in the world. But of all the secrets, again, I'm going to pressure you.
Keep going back to the well here, Steph.
What can you tell us? What should we be looking out for?
You know, I can't get into all of the secrets. I want to, but the team would kill me. There's a lot in there. But
we want people to find them.
We do want them to find them, but we have, again, taken advantage of this map. There's a lot there on day one for Discover. We love watching the community find these things. That is part of the fun. So we don't want to spoil any of it, but there's a lot in there, and we're already planning some fun stuff to come later as well.
Well, look,
you're not getting it out of us.
Well, you know what? Steph might be trying
Voy jalla, hali ham gapiryaptim. Bilan skor ekanda gapiraverib bor. Bilan kallangga miqsani xumbosh bilan. Ona nima gura?
Some wild ones are going to be available for players to fight against.
We have a full gambit.
Kallasiga buni. Jonga tegdi bularga. Gameplayni qo'y bizga undan.
Anywhere you go, there's going to be danger. But then we have all of our other awesome enemies. So Hellhound, our Mimic, who can disguise himself as a cat.
Har bitta monsterni endi tanishtirib chiqish kerak bizga. Xuddi biz zombi o'ynaymiz bular.
Waking up,
buffing zombies and life draining the Mangler with his cannon and ranged attacks. So just all sorts of threats. But the Mega Abomination.
Ikkitagina monstercha qo'yib qo'yibdi.
Yeah, because he needed to be bigger.
Yeah, he's now grown some crawlers under his stomach.
Oh, fun.
The dingle dangles.
He can't fit in buildings anymore. He's so big. So he needs those guys to...
Ballar ham sayval olib ketdi-chi, bular gapini tugashini kutdi. Hammasi hozir shularga ko'rib o'tiribdi boru. Qachon bular gapi tugurkin deyapti.
Abomination will send in these little creatures, and they will try to explode and flush you out. So really, it's do you want to die by the lasers outside, or do you want to die by these zombie explosions? Again, it's up to you. Your choice. It's your choice.
Choose your
That's right.
But perhaps more terrifying than monsters even for the first time. There are humans in Zombies as well.
The real enemies all along.
So this enemy PMC group is in the world.
That's another, you know,
Onaqangi joylar bo'lar ekan.
And this Terminus Outcomes PMC group, they're his muscle that he
Safe zonelar.
They found that Ethereum. They want more in true sort of bad guy fashion, and they are across the map. So for the first time, you're going to be able to, if you want, fight these AI. There's game.
Hammasi kutib o'tiribdi, ko'ryapsizlarmi balla? Hammasi kutib o'tiribdi shu xuddi chumoni gapini tugashini boru.
That's great. You want to mix it, that's cool. Or the coolest thing is to take a horde of zombies, and Kevin loves to say it's like a hornet's nest, which it is you shoot a few, you get a big horde of them.
They're upset.
And you basically train them right into the human
that's
AI.
cool.
And it's basically the zombies are third-partying.
Yes.
Right? Which is awesome. So we're 100% team zombies, and you just kind of sneak by as they're causing all the carnage, so you can loot, get what you need, and get out. But it's really just I can't express the moment when you unleash your own zombie horde on the human AI. It's really satisfying.
Awesome. I can't wait. Well, you guys saw it after the Zombies trailer earlier, but in a couple of minutes, Lottie's going to give you all the details on the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. Stay tuned. That thing is absolutely absurd. It's 100% something that you're going to want to see in Zombies day one. But I have some other news. We got a little taste of that big map that you guys keep talking about. I am excited to announce that the big map you saw here teased in Modern Warfare Zombies was actually your very first look at the brand new map coming to Warzone. We're deep diving into Battle Royale coming next.
Oh, ana.
Firstly,
Ana.
so much for your time.
Yangi Warzone ko'rsatamiz deyapti.
Is infectious. Your love for this is truly inspirational, and I'm excited to try it out.
I wish we could stay and talk about it.
Yes.
I think we could
draw your self-portrait.
Well,
Kevin drew some lovely zombies artwork
I
today.
think we could talk about this.
Zayba bo'ldi zombi haqida gapirib deyapti.
Everyone's so excited to jump into
Polygon chiqib qo'ya qolaylik deyapti.
that love for this, and that of course wraps up our Modern Warfare Zombies portion of this show here. But next up, it's Warzone with live Warzone.
Ana.
Details are going to be coming your way, but first, from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX, the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers. TCL, play like a pro on the big
TCL.
TCL Q-Class QLED TVs, up to 98 inches. Movement, the official timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3. Go to mvmt.com/COD to see the limited edition watch collab. Backbone, level up your play with Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack. Lovesack Stealth Tech is a proud partner of Call of Duty Next, bringing unparalleled immersive surround sound to your at-home gaming experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames, messieurs, welcome back to Call of Duty Next. Zombies! Where do we even start? Oh my god! I mean, it's what? We've got the spiritual successor to Outbreak from Cold War. We've got everything we know and love about zombies, and a big old look at what they called the big map. Did you notice at home when you saw that screen grab? Oh, that's a big map. That's the sort of map I could see 100-something players jumping into and fighting until the very last man or woman standing. Guys, zombies, let's get into it.
Zombidagi yangi Warzone ko'rsatishar ekan.
It looks fun. I mean, I cannot wait, frankly.
I think the big thing is that it's almost like a gateway for others who have never played zombies before. It's Warzone type of style. You have also ether, waves of ether coming in that make your life a lot harder, as if zombies wasn't hard enough. But just, there is something for everybody in this zombies game. It's so fun. I actually, could see a couple of the pro players in the CDL reacting to zombies and being like, hold on a second, are we gonna play?
Our good buddy Sim is already tweeting about it, saying zombies look sick. It does look sick, Sim. You're absolutely right. But Ali, I mean, this is like, we're gonna pull up as a squad. We're gonna have our own whip. All of our skins are involved. We can enjoy the cinematic story moments, and then we can get absolutely into the action and play around with the zombies.
Absolutely, Miles. I know that you're going to be on the outskirts for a hot minute. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Slow.
Yeah, don't worry. Me and Ant will take all of the really difficult hordes as we head towards the center. And it kind of gives me, because I played a lot of Outbreak, so I am kind of curious as to, like, they talk about the 3 different levels. Like, how serious are we talking about the jump between those levels? You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to jump in.
Well, what I found like really interesting was the way that you can exfil with weapons and bring them back later on, right? Because like we can have strategies like you can get all the perks, I'll get a crazy weapon, Ali gets another crazy weapon, and then we come back in and instantly go to the hot zone. So zombies looks amazing, man, and those monsters were terrifying. We heard the devs so passionate talking about how insane the zombies are going to be in this game, and that's what I get most excited about. I just want to see that whole horde come towards me. I want to have that crazy scorcher, light them all up, and get to the action right away. But they have those layers for everybody. If you're new to zombies, you can just stay on the outside, loot up, and take your time. So a bunch of different elements to this year's zombies, and I'm super excited to get in there.
Certainly are tons of elements to be excited for, and we're also so excited to announce the Soul Harvester Tracer Weapon Blueprint for the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. This gun is stunning. It will be available starting October 17th in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone to anyone who pre-orders the Vault Edition, and comes to Modern Warfare 3 on launch day, November 10th, folks. Make sure that's in your calendars. You're going to want to run this blueprint, I promise you, when the Haunting launches, because in addition to the tracers and custom death effects, it will help you collect souls faster in a special upcoming event. Stay tuned. And you can turn those souls in for rewards as well. So when Modern Warfare launches, the blueprint is going to come with the dead wire ammo mod that lets you electrify undead hordes.
You mean to tell me there is an actual weapon that can fetch me their souls? I just wanted to get it out on broadcast. Sorry, guys.
It in, didn't he?
Plenty, though. Still coming up later today. COD Next doesn't finish just yet. We've got a day of Call of Duty action ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. Immediately following Next, we will be Code Bowl 4, presented by USAA. Join the top Call of Duty streamers and military esports teams as they compete for the coveted Code Bowl trophy, which has actually been in space, funny enough. 100% of the net proceeds from today's tournament will go toward placing more veterans in high-quality jobs. Now, we have a lot of Call of Duty fans. We've actually got a short message from someone who wants to say a very, very quick hello to all of you.
¿Qué rollo plebada? Puro Modern Warfare 3 y pura WP. Se viene algo chingón.
Peso Pluma, thank you very much.
Thank you ever so much. I mean, pretty cool actually, isn't it? I love how many people are so interested, obviously, in Modern Warfare 3. I mean, who wouldn't be?
Now with a tease of something to come. Lottie, what's that all about, mate?
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, welcome to the TCL Power Hour. During this next hour, we will have our streamers try to complete a series of challenges while in the middle of Battle Royale. Now, there are 9 challenges, and with them come 9 opportunities for you, the viewer, to have a chance to win a 65-inch TCL TV. Now, look at these, okay?
Oh.
We need to talk quickly about how these potentially might go down. Did you catch a glimpse of any of those challenges? What are we thinking?
Yeah. I instantly saw the one where you have to get, I think, like a double elimination with a drivable train.
Oh, what? Yeah, wait.
A drivable train?
One more time so the people out
Hold
there.
on. You have to get a double elimination with a drivable.
What is that?
Hold on.
It's a train you could drive, guys. More on that later. But we did this last year. It's a lot of fun. So when our streamers are involved in that big old game of Warzone, we're going to be keeping an eye on these challenges. And if we do manage to complete that bingo card of Mania, you might have a chance to win television. Very exciting stuff.
Yes, and during this next hour to enter for a chance to win, you need to submit a tweet using the hashtags #CodNext and #TCLXCOD sweepstakes. For each challenge
Böyle oldu gitmezmikin ha bularda.
Power Hour, a winner will be randomly selected from all eligible entries received for a total of up to 9 winners, folks. We'll be keeping you guys updated on completed challenges as we see them come in, but we also do ask that you help us out as well. So take a screenshot of a challenge being completed and tweet them to #CodNext and #TCLXCOD sweepstakes.
Well, with that, very, very excited. But with that, our time has come. We're now going to hear a quick word from our sponsors. And then it's back over to Golden Boy and Stephanie at the desk with a very, very special guest, Raven. And then it's time for Warzone. Don't go too far.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 3. NVIDIA GeForce. Level up your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience with performance multiplying DLSS 3 and latency reducing reflex.
Yaxshi narsa ekan sariq sochlida.
Being used at today's event.
Nomeri bor, beraymi? Shaka.
Portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming and Elgato.
Ha, 10 qo'ldagi ham zo'r narsa.
Duty Next.
Welcome back, everyone, to Call of Duty Next, and it's now time to talk about something I know all of you people at home are excited to talk about. It's Warzone, and what we should all expect in the next chapter as we go into Modern Warfare 3. At the desk, we're now joined by Ted Timmons. He's the Senior Creative Director at Raven Software. Ted, it is a pleasure to have you here, my friend. How you feeling, man?
This is something else. I can't wait to show you what Raven's
At 250 players, you know, it's kind of big.
It's something, yeah.
It's just a couple close friends.
Yeah, I mean, we
dropping
just
by.
couple homies. Playing some games.
Заебали вы уже, братва, блядь. Оказывается, уже, бля, Warzone, бля.
We're in the right place. We'll offline.
We definitely are. But yeah, we're really excited to have you and to talk all things Warzone because I know everyone's chomping at the bit to get this information.
Alex Mendes.
And we teased it a bit earlier. There's a new map coming to Warzone later this year. I'm happy.
Hozir Warzone yangisini ko'rsatishadi akalar.
Tell us where we're headed.
Ready? Welcome to Uzbekistan.
Urkiziston. Ana yangi karta.
Take a look. Here's
Uzbekistan.
This is it. We've been waiting.
Uzbekistan. Xush kelibsizlar.
all day long, a little bit for the last week. It's of course got 11 unique POIs here.
POIs, all seamlessly integrated. Brand new map. Full of
Orana qo'yishdi O'zbekistonda akalar.
And you mentioned this is where the Middle East meets Europe a little bit. Eastern
Yangi kart.
And
Oh.
Uzbekistan will of course be familiar to
Oh.
Modern Warfare players as a central location from the campaign, of course, where Farah is from.
Yes. This is my personal favorite point of interest, Zaravan City.
Okay.
You've got the huge construction site with the crane that's got an ascender. If you look carefully, you might see a zip line or two, which we'll talk about.
Alpha test.
I saw that, and that definitely caught my eye. But any opportunity to also be in more lush environments with that industrial spin, I kind of like the Sorkin industrial
Yeah,
as
this
well.
is on the northern side of the map. Again, when we think about something like Warzone, you need those industrial districts. We got pop-off power. I made a joke yesterday with our creators.
Hangi rende nima yo?
I'm sure later today, yeah.
That's going to be a thing.
Elektrik stansiya.
Of interest. This is Shahin Manor.
Shahin Manor.
Again, like really built around that kind of close quarters combat that we want our players to experience.
Awesome interiors here. I've had some really fun close quarter engagements here.
Lowtown.
Lowtown.
Where the rats are going to be hanging out. Here in Old Town, these are next to each other. There's a train line running through it. This is sort of in the centralized area of the map, so we expect this to be a hot drop.
Yeah, Old Town, Lowtown, put nearby one another. Of course, we've got this beautiful ruined architecture, sort of a bit of those touches across the map here. And
all of military base. I'm hearing this is your favorite POI, huh?
My personal favorite, I love a military base way back in Verdansk. You can find me at the military base, and so these bunkers speak to me.
Well, what's sticking out to me, looking at all of these different locations, is density. There's a lot in between different buildings, different locations. It really feels like there's going to be some fun opportunities to get some good fights in.
Yeah, it was one of our focus points, and I love this vista shot of the map, but it was genuinely one of our focus points was to say, how can we make a more dense map where it feels like, in terms of like rotation opportunities, the regain, that there's always some way like you can go.
Ajbalalar yaratib, короче.
Yeah, and we touch on. I think what's really interesting is you and I have talked. Warzone has been here for a number of years.
Bunda bala berdi menga, shunmi?
Opportunities to take those experiences, and it feels like you guys apply those experiences to this map.
Yes. It's one of those things where when we start to talk about the game, we always reflect on, the many years of Warzone now and what our players have loved. So I think when players play, and you'll see this very shortly, there's little bits of every map that we've had to date, but at the same time it has like a freshness to it. Like when we think about new maps, it has to have a newness at the very same time. So
boshlandi bolalar. Yangi Warzone. Ko'rsizlar.
And who better than Dr. Lupo to take a look at, because he's going to pop a few heads from a
O'sha.
So I mean, he's even trying to do it.
I mean, they're warming up, but I've seen him
O'sha ekanlar.
with shotties today.
Rosa karta o'zgargan xolos.
Always does. This is actually quite exciting to check out here, especially that, we got ourselves a little bit of a fight happening here. So I think Lupo does manage to get the better, and just again, it feels so fluid. And I think one of the points that is really sticking to me here is also just on that movement front as well, right?
Yeah, it was very important to us.
And so tell us, Ted, Warzone shares the same foundations of Modern Warfare 3. Raven worked really closely with Sledgehammer to make sure all of those gameplay features that we covered in multiplayer earlier today are aligned with Battle Royale. Can you take us through that a little bit?
Yeah, as you mentioned, we've been working with Sledgehammer all year. They've been a great partner, because we know when we make something like a big Battle Royale map, we need universal mechanics, the mantling, everything needs to work well and seamlessly.
Yeah, and it's the classic Call of Duty feel, right? You're obviously going to be getting that here, but to see that I guess would the word be parody? I guess I'm thinking of just basically seeing how continuity is a way better word.
It's synergy across all.
Synergy. I love it. I love that we managed to fit synergy.
And at the same time, we saw earlier on from Greg and the team that they increased their health to 150 to actually match Warzone. So not only is there a synergy with movement, there's also a synergy with the gameplay itself.
But that has to be pretty awesome for you as well, having been involved in Warzone for so long, and the amount of love and passion you have for it. To see like, hey, when players load into the game, like the experience is going to be the same. So try it out, right? The water's warm.
Yeah, move around. We saw zombies. We saw, now with Warzone, we really want our players to move between all these different experiences.
This is one of my favorite weapons that I can pick up in the map right now. I love the scope on it.
Yeah.
I hope Dr. Lupo likes it.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, I expect a lot of people to use this today. Oh, they're up in the crane.
Oh, they're in the crane.
Let's go.
Okay, so Ted, the crane has a vertical ascender for you to get all the way up there.
Oh, because it's such a good redeploy mechanic. You can literally use the map to redeploy. You can go up to the crane and jump off and go to wherever you need to go.
So he's just equipped a Guardian.
Yes.
Warzone çıksa eski Warzone uçup ketib, Warzone 3'ni noldan yükleymizmi yoki eski Warzone'ga obnovleniya kelib sразу Warzone 3'ni bo'lib ketadimi? Hamma narsani boshqatdan yuklaysiz.
Critique that gameplay there, but maybe
Warzone'dagi qurol o'tganda ko'tarilmas ekan uchun Warzone'dan voqeada ko'tariladi. Bu yerda yangi qurollari, jigarlarim.
Yeah, so again, it's not
Warzone 2dagi qurollar yo'q bu yerda.
stun effect that it's having on players.
Hamma narsa yangi bu yerda.
And is that a fully kitted out gun as well?
So this one's not. This is actually just I think it's normal AR.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
But what's interesting about the Gulag is we've gone back to this 3-lane experience that we've had.
So this is the brand new Gulag.
Hamma narsani boshqatdan yuklaydi, jigarim. Gulag ekanman. Gulag ko'rdilar. Mana shu yangi Warzone.
In the middle there that we didn't see.
Hech bola o'zgargani yo'q. Karta o'zgargan, qurollar o'zgargan, bo'ldi aka. Va slate cancel'da ham ko'rganman bu yerda bularni. Karta oti O'zbekiston ekan akalar. Bilmaganlar bilib qo'yinglar.
So it's kind of like, you know, I'm a big pro wrestling guy, so it's kind of like escaping Hell in a Cell or something like that, right?
That may have been some of the inspiration.
Okay, I'm all about that, baby. That makes me very, very, very happy.
Ana slate cancel yo'q u bular.
Players just like running around, we're actually, they're being hunted.
Slate cancel'ni ko'rmayapmanmi?
Yeah. So what I love about the bounty that we've updated is when they
Где slate cancel, bratva, bular?
Yeah.
They'll actually get one UAV ping, which is a new
Nixuya bular.
for the bounty this time around.
Okay.
And so this was a bounty that you brought back from Warzone originally.
I didn't see if it was the big game bounty or the normal bounty.
Da, O'zbekiston, seryozni aytdim.
Was big game bounty. Can you talk to us a little bit about that contract, which is new?
Yeah, the big game bounty was a fan favorite going back to the 3rd year of Warzone. And
Menga sirpanish keragi yo'q, menga slate cancel kerak Warzone 1dagi.
I don't know why they love it because it effectively marks the highest kill player in the game, but it's great for content.
Ay, jalla sumkali qildi-yu. Ay.
We want to be recognized for our hard work.
Qurollarga alohida ekan, anaqa precisionlarga alohida ekan. O PUBG bor ekan. O PUBG.
Oh, that's awesome.
And if you complete it, you get that advanced UAV. Yeah,
super powerful, great for the end game. Yeah.
Actually, now as the game continues to play out here,
Slate cancel deb yozsangiz chiqadi YouTube'da nimaligini. Warzone 1 slate cancel deb yozing chiqadi.
really refreshing for these players that, you know, they were just toiling
Endi nima endi O'zbekiston qo'ysa O'zbekistondagi joylarga qo'yish kerak degan emas, jigarim.
but now they're going into something fresh and new. Is that like an objective for you?
Shuni bir o'yladimmi? Aslida shaharchasini qo'ysin deb o'yladim.
So whenever we think about
Rozuma kompaniya deyiladi.
map and the gameplay, like they're so intrinsically linked. So hopefully a little bit later on we'll see some of the gameplay that we kind of hinted at. I saw the team beforehand hinted at the drivable train. Haven't yet seen if a team landed on that. But that's the newness, you know, it's the new map plus the new gameplay, and those things combined will yield today's experience that everyone's playing.
Yeah, and also feels like a lot of
Yo, ular jala. Taya antaydi.
great gameplay features that have been
O, takras, mana shu narsa kerak edi. Mana shu Priestni mana shuni to'g'ri qilishibdi mana balalar. Bo'larkan jala. Priest surda tez yuryapti, ko'ryapsizlarmi?
Off in the distance, we're going to get a better look at them here. This is the crane we were talking about earlier, so that's the vertical.
So you can go up.
Yep.
Okay.
But for the first time, in addition to going up.
Redeploy drones. As
Oh,
soon as the
that's
map
cool.
launches, we're bringing those across from Al Mazrah. But then here's the
Nice.
The new.
I was going to ask when we were going to get horizontal zip lines.
Yeah, so I mean, we were so happy to bring these into the map. It really fits the POIs and the layout of the land.
Yeah.
But also, you know, this group here, they're going to use them to push another team.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas for a lot of our players, they might use it to move away or evade a team. So it's got dual purpose. I'm sure we'll have encounters where they meet each other.
On the zip
Rugzali qo'ygan bo'lsa, xohlagan narsani ko'proq olish mumkin. O'ng tarafda patronlar bo'lar ekan, chap tarafdan unaqa spres. Seriya ubistvalar, PUBG'lar. Nimalar? Nimadirda? Samareslar, ana shunaqalar turar ekan. Alohida qilib qo'yishdi rugzak. Bizga o'yinda ko'rsat, lattalar bilan Zayba bo'lmadingmi gaplashib? O'yinda ko'rsat. O ana.
It's closer in size to Caldera, a little bit smaller than Al Mazrah, but it's more dense.
So
Ha, betga ham Citadel qo'sh.
land space and mass, it should still feel very familiar.
And so when you say dense, we mean to less
Shunaqa aslida.
spaces between points of interest, of course.
And I'm even seeing it here. Like there are some wide open spots that we're
Citadellar bor ekan mana.
but there's so much like urban, dense environments.
Yeah.
Has there been some like really cool play tests where everyone's just like scrapping it out in these like wild locations, close quarters?
Like I mentioned, you know, when we look at Low Town and Old Town, they're kind of like the rattier places. But you know, again, we'll talk about some of those gameplay mechanics that we've
Ye, qo'lni urmaysanmi?
it has the
Voy dalbayob.
straight through it.
Okay.
So you'll be in Low Town, maybe just like getting into it with another team, and then another team just comes steaming
rolls
through,
up
literally on the train, and potentially pushes the team through the POI.
And Old Town and Low Town, of course, are on that central landmass. And here's the train.
Speaking
of the train that stops in Old Town.
Yes. Yeah.
Ted, tell us about this. I feel like everybody downstairs.
O, poyezd to'xtatsa ham bo'lar ekan, akalar.
Yesterday, and we're like, wait, what? There's a handbrake on the caboose. So if anyone at home doesn't know, the rear carriage is called a caboose. We've got the UAV tower, the buy station.
On the train.
On the train.
Buy station on the train.
And if you push the driver's carriage, you can go forward, backward. But the nuance that are...
Ha, poyezdni ham endi o'zi boshqarar ekan, akalar.
Driver's carriage, you're driving, happy days, you know, you're the conductor. But if a team jumps on the back and throws that handbrake, you're going to have to go and engage.
That's cool. Okay, I didn't know that.
Get in a war, switching on and off.
No, the handbrake controls it.
Controls all of it. So that's the master.
You have to go.
Aqaga ham yurg'izsa bo'lar ekan, qoyili.
Decision you have to make of like, well, do I
Poyezdga ishlab qo'yishibdimi?
over there, have someone defend the handbrake, but then you might be running into a full squad. So there are going to be some decisions players are going to have to make with these with this train.
Yeah, we had a great play test where I was on the train with a few others, and the train stopped, and we were like, hang on, we're here.
We're all here.
We're all here. So that can only mean one thing, yeah. So it's a great like realization moment.
Your detective work.
Yes. You're literally doing a head count. How many people
say present?
Yeah.
We're seeing some super fluid movement here. We just saw them kind
Nariman, nimaga yaxshi-ku.
I think they're getting to a buy station up here. Maybe pick up some gear. And Ted, which POI is this?
So they're just above Zaravan City, sort of in the lower Old Town area. Again, I love the style and the theme. Like this has that kind of Al Mazrah like feel to it.
Yes. And of course, fictionally.
Boshqa odam yo'qmi bulardan boshqa uchun shuni ko'rsatdi.
Urzikstan shares
with Al Mazrah. Ishdingizmi O'zbekistonda aslida?
I just love how deep into the lore.
O'zbekiston ashi zo'r chiqdi deyapti.
I'm a lorehead too, so it makes me very happy to see another fellow lorehead.
Apohoyatdos.
When I watch these guys behind us, our awesome creators and community making the story, you know, making their content about the storyline and the narrative, I love it. I'm so excited. And Ted, you always say, you know, they're the storytellers, and you know, you guys are providing them those raw materials to create, and I
we
love
refer
that.
to it as the canvas for them to paint on. You know, it sounds corny, but those are the kind
Hozirgi Warzone ham shuna sirpanadi, jigarim.
Map and gameplay we want to create. And if you look carefully, I've seen it happen a couple of times already. We have unsuppressed red dots that now show up on the minimap.
Okay.
Yes, the classic minimap behavior will behave the same way in Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer as it will in Warzone. So that unsuppressed fire, visible.
How has that added to the game?
When you think of something like a big map BR, Battle Royale, it's really important that you know where engagements are happening.
Yes.
For a lot of players, it could be they want to avoid that area, or for other players, they want to move. Did we get?
Personal favorite, I believe this is the cash gulag.
Here we go. Let's have a look.
We love the money.
Well, let's see how this.
Let's see if the ascender comes down. Let's see if they push or they're pushing.
I don't know if they're even going to have an opportunity for it.
Seconds.
Xalta bala, qiz baladan yeb o'tiribdi-ya, chimo.
Very close.
See the stress.
Warzone 1 bilan 2ni chachishtirib 3 qilishibdi-da. Men Warzone 1da Tashti hech balosini ko'rmayapman men.
That was different than what we saw before, Alex. In fact, we got some video.
Here we go.
This is the OG gulag. This is what we're going to be playing most of the time in the 3 lanes. But Ted, for the first time, there might be some other gulags.
Yes. So maybe right on cue, we'll see the night vision gulag.
So
this is something that can happen from time to
Ha
time.
böyle Gulag'da endi qorong'ida ham qilsalar ham bo'lar ekan.
Several of these, and I almost don't want to spoil too much. You talked about the cash one.
Yeah, we want to wait
on.
to see.
But like, and here's the ascender that we've already mentioned. That if you can get on it and you can get out, you can be shot on the way up. You can be shot from below. Like
but you can also get off of it and make a play as well.
Yeah, make a play.
That's cool.
So
Okay.
we've seen some really interesting play tests of. I remember one of our designers shared a clip.
Slit cancel yo'q.
The player had jumped on the ascender. They
Slit cancel bo'lgan deydi.
shot them on the way up, eliminated them, and then made it themselves.
It's like a little Matrix moment there, you know? You're shooting
and
down.
again, it goes back to the storytellers. Right? We want our players to tell the story here.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty moments, right?
And we'll wait to see, you know, if we get some of those other gulags that
Apa ho'mi yomon ekan. Gapi. Tez ekan.
you know, implementation of the public event. Mechanic. We're showing them off here today. It may not be like that at launch because we're still obviously in the Warzone alpha build, but we've got some exciting stuff planned.
And our streamers are
Charchab ketdi gapiraverib oxiri bilaman.
there was a tone shift when we went into Warzone in the
Ha, rosa ko'p ekan, chiqizlar buni.
tension where everyone's like, well, here's my opportunity to pop off in front of the world, in front of their creators. And it is great that these creators, you know, the passion and the time that they put into Warzone, you know, has to feel rewarding for you having being a part of a team that has built this system.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, at Raven, you know, we have to cater to so many different player types. When you've got millions and millions and millions of people playing your game, you've got these creators who play 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. But equally, we know that we have people who jump on a Sunday with their buddies and just want to have some fun. So we always try and find that sweet spot of our mechanics, where something like the train, anyone can jump on the train and have a fun time with the train. But equally, we've made changes, for example.
Oh, it's happening.
Here we go.
Oh, hit the brake, hit the brake.
Here we go.
Okay, now I hope she turns around and throws.
Valla bu.
Push from behind.
Oh, we've got a lot of action.
Endi
I'm not sure that was the smart play.
No, they were both getting off of it. That was smart. That was smart.
Yeah, Noisy Butters was like, guys, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, not worth it. Oh man, that is going to be.
Mayli, mana bo'ldi. Ana Warzone'ni ko'rdik-ku jigarim. Yetadi bugunga. Yaxshi dam oling-ku. Kartani ko'rdik. Hech bola o'zgarmabdi. Shu karta o'zgaribdi. Qurollar yangi qo'yishibdi. Bo'ldi, shu o'zgarish shu. Katta o'zgarish yo'q. Hop endi olaymi yo'qmi deganlariga o'yinda olmay qo'yaveringlar akalar. Sizlarga maslahatim. Anaqa voy degan narsa yo'q bu yerda. Dekabrda kutsalar, shu Warzone chiqadi, tekin Warzone o'ynash. O'ynaverasizlar. Jamol aka, ketdik akam. Shunaqa akalar. Olmay to'g'ri qilibmiz o'yinda. Drone squad, ana squadlar ham bor ekan. Qurollar ham o'tar ekan mana akalar.
Yeah, quality of life definitely been top of mind. You know, building this map out, it's as you said, it's something that Raven thinks about. You know, building Warzone from the ground up, and a lot of those quality of life changes that we've even made in the live game in the last year. Expect them.
Carrying them forward. So everything that you've played and seen, like we've made over 100 quality of life Warzone of this year. Everything carries into the Warzone of the year.
Yeah.
And also
Maskan to'qoldi.
Where some of the movement as well, right? Because I'm noticing like the slides are going a little far.
Yes.
Maskan to'qolsa ham
across the board, like anywhere where we could just tighten it up, and again working with Sledgehammer, we've taken that opportunity.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about that because I said earlier that, you know, Warzone shares the same foundation, that foundational gameplay with Modern Warfare 3, so movement mechanics, all those things. But you've put your own, you know, touch on specific things tuned a little bit more specifically for BR. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about, you know, how some of those perks might work a little bit differently in Warzone specifically versus...
qo'y. Ha, mana. Ko'rdi ya, oxiri. Inalib ketdi.
Unique perks only for Warzone. Because again, it's a
big map. We have different player styles, different motivations.
Different experience too.
My personal favorite is Combat Scout.
Okay.
Now, I'm adding that because I like it.
Okay.
That is very much a
I also like it. I am not going to go on the internet for several hours after this.
That's the beauty.
Jonda ham ko'paytirib qo'ygan shekilli o'yinda-chi, joni ketish qiyin bo'lyapti.
There should not be an optimized path. It should be that when you jump into the game, you don't know. You're going to be surprised when people are equipped. I expect some of this group will probably equip Shrouded, which is that when you get downed, you will automatically drop a smoke grenade. That adds a really new dimension to it. And then equally, I think another one will be Resolute.
Vay,
which is when you get shot and you take a hit, you move faster to get out of dodge. So.
Oh, that's cool. So good opportunities for, especially for like field, like a wide open field traversal. Get shot, get a speed boost, get down. Potentially a smoke comes down, your teammate can back you up.
There you go.
That's
really
really
the kind of variety that we're looking for.
Yeah. Well, I will definitely run with the smoke bomb one because I know that is going to be me.
I'll run the evasion perk.
You'll run the evasion one.
Drop some duos.
It'll be
some interesting mixes.
Yeah. That's really cool. And it's almost like giving the character, giving the players, like as it's been said time and time again, right? That freedom of choice to be able to get really clever with like how you want to approach that, and it feels like
play style.
Tune that play style. Feels like
player agency. We want the stories, etc.
Yeah, and we're back in the gulag again.
I see some tactical crouching.
Okay.
Preparing for battle.
Will we see the long-rumored Ascender? The mythical. It's going to be a myth by the end. No one's going to believe us that it is actually an Ascender.
Got a Molotov out.
Players are
But
too
she's
good.
picking up that cash, so this is the cash gulag. But we're waiting to
Here
see.
we go. 1 second. The ropes come down. Grab it. Oh, she baited them. Oh, well played. Well played.
Baited.
The smile. Yeah, she baited them really good there.
I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing too, just gone straight
It was a
for
honey
the rope.
pot. It was like, oh, honey. I'm going to grab some honey.
But now she's got that cash, right? So she's got both of her. She's got one teammate down. She can go grab them if
back.
they don't get it out of the.
I think she's trying to
get
go
out of
to
the gulag.
Oh, someone just actually did a buyback, so she's got to be careful. Yeah, here you go. There's the fight going.
Here we see maybe somebody.
Yep, you can see the unsuppressed red dots on the mini map as well. Oh, the other teammate's down. Oh, she's pushing. Here we go.
This is ambitious because she's literally. I think, does she have any help here? I don't think she does.
They're both in the gulag.
Yeah, the gulag of life.
Yeah.
Big dive to get out of there.
Make a run to
Dekabrga chiqadi, dekabrga Ilhomjon.
Butters is back. She's
Dekabr.
deployed.
Yeah.
Very well played. That dive.
Dekabr.
I've been loving that we have the options of diving and sliding. You know.
Yes.
You can do some really funny things with the dive.
Dekabr, 10 dekabr.
Quickly talk about ground loot.
Yeah.
55-chi.
Okay.
Yes, we will see colored loot.
You just saw it right there. Like she picked up the blue AR. It's one of those things that
Nima deysiz Ilhomjon, yoqdimi sizga?
you need to be able to quickly see like what's that weapon, what's this item, etc. So even
Yangi karta yoqdimi? Menga nexo'ya yoqma.
pink/magenta tooltip, that card that you can see.
I think they ended up losing both of their teammates there. Hate to see it.
Unda almazira yaxshiroq.
Ted, what are some of the things that we can expect to kind of stay the same here? Like I see
Tekin.
stations, redeployable.
Bardo hech qachon pulli bo'lmaydi, tekin bo'ladi.
I'll be there day one. We really see this
Tekin o'yin.
of the current Warzone, and then just leveled up, polished, all new movement, etc. on top.
Got it.
So something that a lot of people in this room care about, that we worked super hard on in current Warzone, and we think is awesome, is the good old Champions Quest.
Oh, the Champions Quest.
We've had some amazing moments in the last year since we introduced it, and it's been really fun for a lot of people. But we want to open that up a little bit. What can you maybe breadcrumb us a little bit for what to expect with where you might take us with Champions Quest in the future?
So Champions Quest is something that we're going to be launching during the first season. So we don't want to reveal, oh, she's on the horizontal zip line. But I'll try and stay focused. There's so much going on. I saw the train. I was like, oh my God, the train. I want to talk about the train again.
Yerdan zo'rda.
It's been a huge success.
Yerdan 10-mar.
To nuke the map. The challenge.
Kim yerdan sal kichkinaroqda territoriyasi.
What we want to do for next year's Champions Quest is allow players to steal it from the team who is doing the Champions Quest. You can only steal it once.
Okay.
So if you
only
see,
once. It's not going to
if you see
change.
a team is doing it, push them, be the first, take them down. They'll drop the contract, they'll drop the pieces. You can pick it up and try and take it through to the finish.
My goodness. I cannot wait.
All right.
And it gives people more options too.
Hay mayli akalar, hammaga rahmat. O'yinni ko'rdik.
The only ones who get to enjoy it. Ted and I are
Bunaqa o'yin ekan, ko'rdilaring. Hammalar yaxshi dam olinglar. Xudo xohlasa ertaga ko'rishamiz. Всем спасибо, спокойной ночи, братва.
Well, let's actually go ahead and check in on our TCL Power Hour and see how many challenges have been completed thus far.